it comes up, I just do one of these deals where it's just like
dump it all over your body. You'll see the vendor just cracking up.
She's not just a client to me, Your Honor, but she's a near and dear, true friend. And
I don't have really any spells left, so I'm just gonna start going. I'm gonna use Prestidigitation to just keep blowing.
You got like little joints that they just suck into or something, and they slide in with friction. Or if there's maybe like I can make you some cream, Finley. You can dip your tongue in it. You'll be fine.
second bear.
He's fine. He's like, I don't care about the shit. No disadvantage to this magic bullcrap. Missiles again.
You have to breathe. You can try using one.
That's not probably.
That's not a good idea.
I'm actually gonna reach out and pull out the divinity symbol from my shirt and just sort of like, this is an unholy place.
Yep.
This is the epitome of handling an animal. You're free falling. That's what.
Your heart can heal if you just let it.
So, okay, how are we gonna work this here?
A fair price for a fair bargain of such rare and majestic items. Wouldn't you?
What's your total damage?
25 total.
Woo!
That's a big hit, dude.
That is an eyeball piercer.
Shit.
And then grab onto the wings and try to glide it into the ground.
Yes.
Okay. She'll slam her staff into the ground and she'll say, Caldivar, then I order you to arrest Cain in the name of the High Temple, and we will end all of session 0. So good job, guys. Well played. Greetings, fellow adventurers, and welcome to Horsemen of the Apocalypse. We are Twitch affiliates and proudly sponsored by VentureSense. Click the link below, check out their amazing products, and while spending time with us in the chat, obey all the rules and listen to your moderators. While watching our stream, you are earning 2 currencies. HotA points are linked to the mini-games in the chat, and you can use them to buy extra raffle tickets when we give away free merchandise. Loyalty points are used for interacting with our show. You can buy inspiration points or health potions for the Dungeon Master or for your favorite player. There are several Twitch commands that you will need to be familiar with in our chat. Refer to the panel below if you forget them, or ask a moderator for help. These commands are how you play our mini-games, enter the giveaways, or request songs for the channel playlist. If you enjoy our content, clicking the follow button will notify you when our channel goes live. Join the HotA family by becoming a subscriber, and you get several benefits. A custom icon, unique emote, increased chances of winning in all mini-games, access to a private chat room, and free song requests. The following program features adults using adult language. You have been warned.
So we go through our names first, and then after.
Well, we're on right now. All right, we are live.
What? I forget how to do all this. What are we doing?
We're here to play Dungeons and Dragons. Welcome, everyone. I am your humble Dungeon Master for the night, DM Steelax, and I am surrounded by 4 fantastic players yet again. And we have Kyle returning this week. So we'll go around the table, introduce who you are, who your character is, and we'll roll right into announcements.
Cool. What's up, everyone? Glad to be back. This is Kyle coming at you from York, Pennsylvania, the soon-to-be frigid tundra northeast of the U.S. here. Later this morning and into Wednesday. But anyway, probably know me better as everyone's favorite halfling bard, Finley Shenanigan here, and excited to be back. Been away for a little bit, and I watched last week's episode. It looked like it was a lot of fun, and I'm happy and excited to jump right back in with my gang and my group and my peeps here, and we'll see where we go and what happens next. And on to, I think it's this direction. Right?
Yeah, whatever way the Hi, everyone. My name is Andrew, also known as AG to my friends, and I currently am playing Rin, the elf wizard, in the party. And yeah, I'm so happy to have Finley back. We kind of missed him last week, and you can check it out and see what we did. There was some musical numbers involved, but it was all good. All good. I'm sure there's even more hijinks for us today.
Okay, welcome to the table, guys.
Hi, I'm Dylan. I play Kurtz Glaskin, everyone's favorite child executing fighter. And
Coming out here from the actual frigid tundra of Montana.
Okay.
So,
Welcome.
cheers.
Hey there, guys. My name is Connor. I am playing Urgra, the half-orc ranger. And yeah, I'm really excited to get back into it with all the players.
Yes. All right.
Yes.
A couple quick announcements, and then we'll do recap, and we'll jump right back in.
All right. I guess I'll go first, as you probably heard the beginning of trying to get back into the swing of things. So I'll do the 24-hour. How about that? I'll do that one?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, awesome. So we have something kind of fun planned where we're going to be doing a 24-hour broadcast. Don't know when the date is, don't know what we're going to be doing, but it's going to be a lot of fun HotA stuff. I'm sure we'll probably be doing some D&D in there, probably some talking in there, maybe some character things. Who the hell knows? But I think it's going to be awesome, and I'm looking forward to it. I don't know when we're going to do it, but that's just a real quick announcement, and obviously stay tuned for more details on when we're going to do that.
Okay.
Super fun.
And then with song requests, we figure out how it works now. So it's !SR space, and then you paste in the link to the YouTube video that you want played. So we have, can somebody test to make sure there's a song playing right now. Yeah, so that's how you'll add stuff to the playlist. Right now we just have like a fantasy generic one on there because we don't know if anybody's going to put any song requests in there. But load it in there, and then it will automatically add to the playlist. So my name is Sean Steele. I am the creator of this campaign, and we are going to eventually be kicking off our talk shows again down the road. So we'll be expanding back to what we originally were. But right now we are in the middle of a campaign. We are on now episode 6. So let's get the recap from last week to catch anybody up.
All right, Z. All right, so last time we had just completed basically a drinking game, or not drinking game, gin competition at the local tavern. Finley was passed out like a light. Urgra was not very much better, but she was at least conscious. So those two were escorted back to the mansion, where Rin serenaded us with music and also ice sculptures. In the meantime, Kurtz Glaskin sought information on where to beat someone up.
Mm-hmm.
And as always, his band of little pickpockets came through and told him that there was a fight club sort of thing happening outside of the walls, apparently held by a bunch of tabaxi, specifically tigers.
Mm-hmm.
So when he arrived, he saw that it seemed that human after human were basically being beat down by these tabaxi, and that they had a very high opinion of their own combat prowess. And so Kurt stepped in, had to remove all of his armor, had to remove all of his weapons, but not his magical belt of giant strength.
Mm-hmm.
And went toe-to-toe with his tabaxi, didn't even last a round. Then he went on to face the tabaxi leader named Savage, a one-armed giant tiger tabaxi. And Savage didn't do too well either.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe lasted 2 rounds. And Kurt's got his own new nickname, the Contender.
Okay.
And he got some street cred with the Tigers. After that, Kurtz rushed over to catch the pretty kind of opening speech of Ivan. It was kind of a non-event, basically saying, welcome, let's all stay unified. Thanks for coming.
I'll be here till Thursday.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay.
Other than that, Kurtz asked around for Timmy, his go-to urchin, but found that he had apparently not been seen for a while.
Yep.
A little bit after that, he ran into the captain of the temple guard, a Kaldabar, who was talking about apparently there had been a murder and that they had captured the prime suspect, who was found covered in blood. And wouldn't you know it, turns out that person is Timmy. So Kurtz gathered the rest of us, or by the rest of us, I mean myself and Rin's doppelganger, or simulacrum, who is known as Near.
Okay.
And we went to a familiar courthouse.
Yes.
And found that it was indeed Timmy. He was trapped and locked up in a cage with an anti-magic room.
Mm-hmm.
So there was not a whole lot we could do.
Mm-hmm.
We were able to discover that, although completely by accident, Timmy did murder a guard using the hidden blade that was given to him by Kurtz. And, yep.
Okay.
And we thought about trying to figure out some sort of way to get around this, but in the end, Kurtz decided to at least make the request that he could take care of Timmy himself as opposed to having a stranger do it.
Okay.
And that is really where we leave off.
You guys went back to the hideout.
Oh, we did. We went to the urchin hideout, and Kurtz pretty much disbanded his band of urchins.
It's Fagin gang.
Yeah. He's going to try and find legitimate positions, apprenticeships for them, and even asked Urgra if she had any way to possibly train them as she was trained as a headhunter/assassin.
Okay.
And other than that, Rin and Finley are still in the magnificent mansion provided by Rin, and I believe that's where we're going to regroup.
Yep. So you guys went back to the mansion, and Rin had just finished his spell. It was, 10, 12 hours, something that long? So you're in there for a while. Yeah.
Well, I slept.
Oh, that's right. You were trancing. Okay, so
yes.
you wake from the trance at the same time that Finley finally comes down, done with his hangover. The group has reconvened. So, Rin, you knew a little bit about what was going on because you did show up for a minute, but then you went back. You did have near. But Finley, you've kind of been out of it, so that's where we will pick up. What do you guys want to do?
Drink myself unconscious, but you have to go meet Ivan.
So we're all in the mansion now? Is that what we're doing?
Yep.
Okay. All right, Finley's going to come downstairs. And who's ever going to see him coming down the stairs, it's, I mean, you definitely seen the halfling rough before, but something this morning. He's got, like, half his robe on, like, didn't even really take the time to get it, like, completely on right. And the matted hair is kind of, like, up to one side a bit. And, like, the one side that the hair is up on one side, the beard and mustache on the other side is up. So it's, like, it's really weird configuration how it even works. And, like, I'm only have one bunny slipper on. And, yeah, just coming downstairs, and I'm just, whoever I see first, I don't know who that's going to be. I don't even know if I'm going to open my eyes. I'll just be like, what the fuck? What time is it? What day is it? Where? I'll just, like, try to, like, stumble down the little stairway, I guess, because our rooms are upstairs in this mansion, right? Come downstairs.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so
and as you make your way down the stairs, there is several of the ghostly, spiritual-bodied servants, and they start to immediately see how your attire is all messed up, and as you're just kind of walking slowly, not even opening up your eyes yet, they're kind of like fixing your robe for you. One of them has fetched your slipper and is kind of chasing after you. So you see this guy bouncing with the slipper for you.
Sorry, I'm just picturing Annie. He's little Annie, and you just got all these servants just coming around. We've never had a halfling boy. We've never had a halfling.
What's happening here? What's going on? So, like, because you can't see them, right? They're just, like, touching me.
No, I think we established.
Can we see them or can we not see them?
You can see them. They're translucent.
See them. Yeah, they're translucent.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, even
So,
I don't know if that's working better.
Yeah. So you see this magical servant being right beside you, kind of tapping your arm with the other bunny slipper you forgot, and he's holding it out for you.
Oh. Thank you. Where did you come from? Okay, goodbye. And then where did you come? Rin, what do they look like, AJ? Like, what are these guys? They all look the same?
Well, no, they probably all have a little bit of a difference to them, but I mean, they just pretty much look almost like they have no features whatsoever. They're almost like outlines that you can see through, and you can just kind of gauge a little bit of difference.
So, yeah, totally creepy. Yeah, got it. All right. Yeah, that's fine. So, yeah, I'll just, like, I'll, like, finagle my way down the stairs as they're, like, putting my robe on for me and finding my slippers and shit.
So, mansion servant number 13 and number 87, after they help fix your robe, they go back to, tidying up the mansion and maintaining its pristine estate. You guys look up and see the hungover halfling bard finally aroused from bed, and there's been much that he has missed for the day already. What do you guys want to do?
Well, I will also come downstairs too, just to meet up with Rin, near Urgra and Kurtz.
Okay.
But I am immaculate, of course.
Of course. Yes. What color is your robe today?
I don't know yet, so he's still kind of just debating as he's just walking down. Maybe he's going like, red, no. Green? No. White? Nah. Black? Black. He's gonna go with black.
Okay. Today's a black day.
That's suitable.
It's Black Tuesday, guys. You know what that happened. What that means. Something's gonna happen. All right. So.
Yeah, we're gonna execute a child.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun day.
Yeah.
Can't wait to
We'll see what happens with that.
So I've been caught up to date with Nier and his little friend here communicating with me. So it seems you have a bit of a choice here. Are you choosing to let Timmy go to the block, or what's happening?
Well, in all honesty, it's probably better if he dies quick and painlessly than tortured in some stockade somewhere.
I mean,
Whoa, hold up here. All right, hold on, just but a moment. I know I'm just coming to, but again, what day is it, perhaps, in time, and who's on the block of what?
Well, it's the next day, Finley. Hasn't progressed too long. I mean, you've only slept for, how long has he slept for?
20 hours.
12 hours? No. Well, no. You must have slept for at least 16.
Holy shit. All right, well, I mean, what have y'all been doing in this time?
Well, those two have been off, apparently finding a crime to pursue.
Apparently,
What? You're who now? What?
So you know Timmy Finley,
Yeah, right. Ah, sweet little lad. Yeah.
right? So Kurtz gave him one of those hidden blades. I believe you still have one, right?
Yeah, I do. Fuck, where did I put those things?
Yeah, two of them, yeah.
Yeah. I have two of them. Yeah, I don't know where they are. I used to have one on my cock, but I took that off. That was really awkward. So I just figured they're better probably stood up here. But yeah.
So apparently Timmy had his, and he accidentally killed a temple guard.
Oh. Right. Just kind of look a little confused for a bit. Well, now you see. Oh, all right. Well, is there any proof of all of this, or I mean?
Well, he confessed.
You see? Oh, he confessed. Oh, all right. He confessed to accidentally killing someone.
Yes.
Well, not a someone, a temple guard, apparently.
So you're saying here, I need to perhaps fill up my cup with some kawa and straighten up my appearance here a bit and get back into my Finley Shenanigan attorney for hire swag. Is that what you're saying? We're going back to the courthouse. Is that what we're doing?
No, there's no trial.
But yeah, I mean, what do you mean? There's no trial. He's just a boy. You said it was an accident, right? What is he getting banished or something? Or what's the charge? What's the punishment for the crime here?
Execution.
It seems a bit harsh, if you ask me.
That seems a bit harsh. Yeah, right. Oh, wow, that was weird. Oh, wow, that was like you're reading my mind there, wizard.
Well,
I didn't know you had read my mind spells, but
that was
perhaps you didn't need it for that. That seems a little harsh.
It is harsh, and but if there's one thing I've learned from my time with the Revenant, it is that people in high power can bend the rules if they need to. And it just so happens that we've been requested to speak to Ivan. And perhaps if he has a big enough favor to ask us, maybe we can ask one of him.
That is possible, I suppose, yes.
Okay.
Are we supposed to? Did you already meet with Ivan, or is that on the agenda for whatever day it is right now?
That's on the agenda for right now.
Like right now, right?
We want to have all of us together.
Appearance. I mean, could you give me maybe like a wee bit of time here? Maybe.
Go ahead, Finley. It's fine.
Okay.
All right. Rin. This place has like somewhere I can straighten up a bit, right? I mean, it's the fucking mansion.
Yes, there's a lavatory and there's a bathing facility inside if you wish to partake in any of that.
Kind of a two-way question here. One, your servants there, where you can't really see their faces, not really super spooky, but kind of a bit like a little creepy. Like, I'm not really sure. 50-50 on this. Would they be like watching me, or could I have them help me?
Yeah, they are.
Want them to watch you?
They're just waiting around to serve you guys hand and foot whatever you need, and when you don't need them, they are busy tending to the mansion and making sure it's perfection for you guys. But whenever you need, you have 100 servants at your disposal. Now, they can't leave the mansion, but as long as you utilize them within the mansion, they are yours to use.
So, yes, did you need any assistance for bathing?
I mean, anything I want, eh? Just from these.
Finley, we're on a time crunch here.
All right,
I mean, I suppose, yes. Anything.
Fair enough. Just, I'm going to need some direction to the nearest facilities, please.
Just head up the hallway over there. To the left, you'll find a large doorway. Inside, you'll see a bathing facility, almost like a nice little Romanesque Turkish bath kind of place. Big tub. Enjoy a soak. Wash yourself as you wish. There's cleaning, implements there.
So they're either watching me or they'll, like, participate. This is great. Why would you ever want to leave this place? But anyway.
Well, I mean, the only reason I'd have to leave it is because it will dematerialize in about, let's say 14 hours.
Oh, all right. Well,
Not
better
even,
skip
actually.
with it. And
Yes.
I will Finley shenanigan my ass up these stairs and try to find this bathroom, and then I will probably be in there for oh god.
We're going to start knocking after 10 minutes.
Okay, that's fair. I was gonna say probably like
Come
30
in.
minutes. Yeah.
I don't know how long it
He's
takes,
sitting
but
there
try to
splashing water
do
with his
some.
toes. The water's warm.
Try to do it a little bit more with expediency, please. Finley.
Where the fuck did you get bubbles?
These servants, they do everything.
There's one servant at each corner of it with a straw, like blowing bubbles into it.
At least Ned, he would. I think he would definitely find some different kind of uses for these servants to make his bath more enjoyable. But for the sake of time, we'll just say that I'll come down in like 30 minutes.
All right, good. Thank you.
No, thank you. No, perhaps thank you and thank her. I'm pretty sure that's a her, but
You're cool. You're cool. Fuck you. You're cool.
They're all quite genderless, but yes, certainly.
all right. Well, I feel fresh and so clean. Let's booger off.
All right, so you guys prepare all your stuff while Finley takes more time than needed, but he's finally ready to go. And you guys set foot outside of the mansion. What do you want to do?
To Ivan's then, I suppose.
Yep.
Very well.
Okay.
Well then, we would like to lead the... Near, could you just stay back here for a moment? Please keep an eye in case anyone happens to be coming around here for us, accepting a post. Sure, yeah, I can do that. No problem. See you soon. Bye, everyone. As Near just waves at everyone throughout the door.
Right. That's right. I like that. I like
Do not make eye contact.
It is Kurtz's new best friend. I think
I remember
high
Near
school
from
together. All right. So as you're
Yes.
making your way towards the manor from your mansion, you see a group of the kids who were selling the honey sticks earlier, and they're all kind of all frantic and kind of like switching some of the sticks from one side to the other, but you can kind of hear some verbal commotion coming from them.
Do we really want to get involved in more children's problems?
I'm sorry, what? Oh, you looking at something?
I'll wander by and just like listen for an ear, hear at least what they're arguing about.
You overhear them talking about the honey shortage and how Miss Honey is frantic about it and they're running out of supplies and she really needs help and stuff like that, but they don't know what to do. And another one says, well, just keep working on selling your sticks and don't worry about let her handle it. And another kid will chime up, well, if we don't have enough honey, how are we going to make any money? And they're just kind of going back and forth around this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, that sucks. I have to murder a child tomorrow. Let's just go to Ivan.
Yeah, hearing this, I will continue to shepherd people towards Ivan's place.
Okay.
Oh, all right, very well.
To put a pin in that one.
I don't know. Someone's life, honey shortage.
Yeah, like
They're
Suck it
kinda-
up, Buttercup.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, shame.
All right, so you make your way past these children, and you are approaching the manor, and the doors are open. There are the normal 2 guards that you see before you, and as you guys approach up, they kind of go to attention and nod for you to make passageway through, if that's what you wish to do.
Well, up we go.
Okay, so you make your way in, and you see Ivan is inside of the hunting room that you guys were in with all the stuff mounted.
Oh, yeah.
And let's see.
My Maniac tail there?
Yes, so you are invited to come in, and you'll come into the hunting room, and Ivan will emerge from the office, and he will draw Kurtz's attention. He's going to say, Kurtz, it's great to see you. And he'll point up to a brand new trophy that you guys haven't seen before, and is the Maniac tail mounted. And there is a little metallic nameplate on it that says Kurtz Glaskin, to give you credit for the hunt. And, what do you think?
It's fantastic, my lord. I appreciate you displaying it as such.
Yeah, if, is this something you would consider continuing in the future?
Of course.
With my old age, it's getting much harder to hunt, but I have, an immense passion for filling up this trophy room, and I would love to pass the baton to you to continue this work of art collection.
Well, hopefully we can hang a horseman's head on one of these walls someday.
And you'll see him just kind of chuckle, and then his face kind of goes blank, and it just seems like there's not a day that we can just enjoy the small things in life anymore without the loom of the Horsemen resurfacing. I miss the days when we could just be, and you kind of see his stare kind of gaze off into nothing, and then he'll recollect himself, and I'll say, I have something I wanted to show you, Kurtz, if you want to step forward, and you guys are all welcome to come up as well. And he will turn behind him, and there's like this grandfather clock kind of a thing, and inside of it, instead of being the swinging arm, is like this cabinet, and he pulls out a little key to open it up, and he pulls forward this like bronze looking staff, and it has this large orb on top, and above it is this stag with this hugely ornate set of antlers that are, it's like super unrealistic. There's like 40-50 points per side. It's it's really, really impressive. And he holds this cane out and says, do you know what this is?
It's staff.
I think he means the stag, Rin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I don't. Well, he's holding a staff. What do you expect me to say? It's a staff.
So he says this is a representation of a fabled mystical stag that stories say is wandering in the forest nearby Canterbury proper. The stories are convoluted and resemble those of what, like, from our sense, for you guys to understand, it's kind of like a Bigfoot Loch Ness Monster kind of a thing, where some people have seen it, some people haven't. Is it a UFO? Is it real? Is it a ghost? Nobody really knows for sure. So he says, most sensible people believe this creature to be fake, but those who know someone who has seen it, but there are those who say they have seen it or know somebody who's seen it themselves. And myself, as a huntsman, I believe this creature to be true, and so I constantly have scouts out looking for signs of this creature. Now myself, I've never seen it, but the rumors are that this stag is completely white, so it would have a hard time hiding in the forest. And I was out on the walk this morning, and I found some piles of white deer poop, and I don't know, but I'm thinking this might be signs that this creature might be real. What do you guys think?
Interesting, I suppose.
Out of curiosity, how big was this gap compared to normal deer? Is it a normal sized deer, or are you thinking it's very large?
Larger than normal, but not like monstrous big.
About
Alright.
twice the size of a normal stag.
Does this creature have a name?
It has many names, but white stag, fabled mystical stag, any kind of combination of that would kind of be referring to this creature. Kurtz, have you heard of this animal before?
Well, I've seen it, so.
The what?
You've seen it? And you'll see him take the cane and he'll pull up a chair and he'll sit down. Tell me all that you know.
All right.
Tell me.
Rin kind of quickly snaps as his book comes up and begins to slowly poise to write as he's intently listening.
Okay.
I saw it some years ago. Can't remember how long. Just for an instant while I was hunting. It's about twice the size of a normal stag and moves faster than anything else I've ever seen.
So this isn't just stories. You've seen it yourself.
I found tracks as well, but I wasn't able to track it down, unfortunately, at the time.
Well, I think since you have experience with this mystical stag, I think this would make an excellent trophy. You're the most qualified person I know to take this endeavor. Would you consider this challenge I have for you? I would do it myself, but this is a young man's game, and as you can tell, and he'll look over his old, wrinkled, bent and broken body. This is not something I can endure anymore.
I'm more than willing to give it a try, but I'm more of a swordsman than a huntsman, so I'm not sure of my ability.
Well,
but
do you know a skilled tracker or a hunter that you could bring with you? And
I feel Elipper gaze looks to Urgra.
yeah.
Oh, my dear, you're a hunter. How do you feel about this endeavor?
Well, my lord, certainly sounds like an interesting challenge and a nice way to spend a free day. But unfortunately, we do have other business. One of Kurtz's associates is currently, well, to put it bluntly, Kurtz has been taking care of a number of urchins in the city, giving them jobs, that sort of thing, and one of them accidentally killed a temple guard and is sentenced to death at the moment.
Oh, I heard about this young man. Yeah, I heard that the temple took possession of him.
We encouraged him to tell the truth, that it was an accident, but he did do the deed. And as of yet, we have been given no hope other than a swift execution for him.
So you've already seen him?
We have spoken to the boy, yes.
Oh, wow. Well,
I don't suppose there's any sort of influence you can try to pull as far as perhaps leniency for banishment or that sort of thing.
Unfortunately, Urgra, forgive me if I'm wrong, my lord, but the temple has precedence over this, and Tavaria holds the sway over the boy's fate. The lord here, it's out of his hands, just like it's out of the city guards' hands.
That is correct. My guards had possession of him initially, and at that time I would have jurisdiction, but once the temple stepped forward, unfortunately, it's completely out of my hands. I can try speaking with her, but I mean, I know her well. Temple does temple things in temple ways, and unfortunately I don't have any influence on those decisions. But
Would you happen to know if the boy's body is allowed to be released to those who care for him afterwards?
I can see if they would do that, but from my understanding, he was, an orphan and homeless. I don't know anybody who would want the body.
Well, as I said, Kurt's cared for his welfare.
Would you like me to see if we can have the body released to you, Kurtz, once?
Well, the least I can do is give the boy a proper burial.
Okay. Yeah, I will do everything I can to make sure that's done.
Very well. We appreciate it, and we, of course, will take on this endeavor to hunt this stag.
Okay.
Oh, we will?
Yes.
Why?
That's how favors work, Ren.
He's not giving us anything, really.
He actually is, Rin. He doesn't have to talk to Tavara to get the body of the boy.
Well, we could try to talk to her ourselves, you know. We have other ways to coax her favor.
Do we?
Yes.
Inform me.
Well, when you previously mentioned it before, they had a very keen interest in what Finley has in his bag.
No.
I'm sure that she'd be more than wanting the orb.
No.
Yeah, right. I know I'm, still a little bit hungover here, and actually probably more or less looking for some more alcohol here, like, wag the dog or what have you to try to get this headache away. But yeah, the blue balls stay, man. I mean, they're not going anywhere. My blue balls are my blue balls.
I didn't say we had to give her your blue ball precisely, but we can give her what she perceives to be as the ball.
I don't think tricking the head of a church is necessarily a wise decision.
Vara's a lot smarter than she seems.
Well, what do you think, that she could discern an exact copy?
Probably.
Well, you can always try blackmailing her if you want to try that. You could threaten her.
Boy, this is just getting worse and worse.
I don't know how important this child is to you.
Rin, that just involves us hunting a deer.
Well, it's supposedly killing an animal of great renown in fantasy and hopes to maybe garnish some favor with Ivan's apparent little power and influence towards her. I don't see it being much of anything. Why do you even want this creature on your wall? Shouldn't you just let it be?
And he'll look at you like with this look of, have you no concept of what this room is? And you'll see around, there's all these mounted trophies, and he's already cleared out the spot for this white stag in hopes that it's able to be found. The place that's going to be mounted is already like ready, and this will be like the showpiece for the room. So
here's the thing, Ren. Yes, we could let the thing live out its existence in the forest and continue it being a myth. Or we could add to our own myth and fame by hunting it sportingly and taking it down.
I see no good in this. I just see this as being just...
Well, how did you feel when you killed the bear?
Oh, yeah.
The bear attacked me, and at the same time, it's a bear, which is a little more, populated in the world versus a single white, multi-horned stag of great mythological renown.
And he'll look at you, Rin, and with more understanding, a little more empathy, now hearing a little bit more. But he'll say, yes, killing a possible mythical creature may seem harsh, but if it dies in the wild, no one will ever know of it. Us putting it up on this wall will immortalize its, and it'll be remembered forever.
Well, it seems to be living out quite well as it is so far. I would suggest perhaps maybe if you really wish to keep this beast, why not have it, set as a thing to live? Give it a home here, like a zoo.
And
So imprison it?
you're starting to see a little twinkle in Ivan's eye.
Well, it seems a bit more, I guess you would consider nice to let it live in a habitat rather than killing it.
I got to be quite honest. I think you could get a lot more, fair. See, now you're going to see Finley start to start rolling numbers in his head.
Okay.
More like gold pieces. I'll be like, to be quite honest with you here, Ivan, I mean, I'm kind of siding with my wizard friend here in regards to, just going out and killing this mythical creature just to hang it on the wall. I mean, it doesn't really sound like you're going to get much, return on investment here, but could you imagine? Picture it. Close your eyes for a moment.
And he'll close his eyes, and
Yeah, right. Just like that. Perfect. Right. So you have in Candoria proper, you set the tone. Mythical creatures from across the land, and you can have some like real random bullshit in there, but there's always the highlight piece. There's always like the main attraction here, and you charge whatever you really want, because
And you'll
in
see
the
him
end
kind
of
of
the day,
peek to see if you guys are looking at him, like to make sure his eyes are closed, and you guys are looking, so he goes back to close his eyes.
Right, yeah. Keep them close. Keep them close. You gotta really focus here. Use your imagination. But in the end of the show, in the end of all the extravagance, you have the legendary white stag of Candoria, right? And you charge whatever you want, two silver, 2 gold, whatever you want, Ivan, and you make money off of this money cow, this money stag, if you will, and you charge people to come see it, and now it's protected and it's yours, man, and you make it your logo or something, and you put it on the banners, and like think of it, you gotta think more long term here than just mounting it on a wall. Do you hear how even sad that sounds? Mounting it on the wall. What good is it up there when you could really make some money off this thing? I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Kurt, what do you think is the Energra and Rin? Your trusted advisors. What all do you think is the proper action with this?
Personally, I'd prefer to die in the field than to be enslaved for the rest of my life.
My personal opinion is if we should be fortunate enough to find this creature, I would like to see if it, as other legendary creatures do, has some form of sentience, and take it from there.
Indeed. Perhaps you not necessarily have it imprisoned forever. It could be, just around for a time and then let go again. You could perhaps make it a sport to try and recapture it, but I wouldn't necessarily assume that you would have to let it die or stay imprisoned forever. Ivan doesn't live forever. I'm sure Ivan would be fine to let it go once he passed.
Ivan, listen, close your eyes again. Really. And then you're like, you see all the little kids are like, oh, mommy, look, it's the white stag. Oh my gosh, it's really real. And then I like where Rin's go with this. And like, once you're past it, which is not going to be for a long time. You look spry, man. You look great. But anyway, long time from now down the road, could you imagine like the ceremony where the great mighty Ivan and the white stag, and like you go off into the sunset, and the flames and the white stag gallops off into the distance. Like, it's beautiful. It's making me cry. It's brilliant, man.
I feel like, Finley, you're already composing a ballad for it, aren't you?
I will personally make a ballad for this. It will be amazing. The White Stag of Candoria with the legendary Ivan. Yeah, it's amazing. It's like a whole thing.
Okay, I want all 4 of you to make a persuasion check, and we'll see who is the highest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boy, that's my best stat.
I'm sure Finley will have a rough time with this.
I hope someone rolls good for me.
Oh, I can't roll for you. I don't have control.
We need give someone access to Finley's character sheet, Sean.
Oh, that's right.
Either I can do it, or I think AJ can do it.
I'll give everybody access. I forgot your internet's down, so.
I'm sorry.
But currently, I'm at the highest one. 22.
Oh, wow.
Shenanigan. Shoulder players?
Oh, I got 19. Oh, why not disadvantage?
Let's see. It's an edit. Come on.
I don't know. Are you still in that state of when you thought you were drunk and you acrobatically dropped from the ceiling? And
I think I am.
Nearly lost an ear.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! When I watched the episode, I was like, "Pick the ear, pick the ear, pick the ear, pick the ear."
What? She got bling on her ears. She ain't losing that.
Pick the open wound.
All right, you should all have access to Finley now.
Okay,
Yes, I see it.
I got it.
All right.
All right, persuasion. There we go.
Oh, I still beat you.
What?
So wait, it's not happening at all? Oh no, we're doing
No. Rin was all about pretty much. Finley was supporting Rin, and Rin is kind of like on the same book with Finley.
So what was your stance on it then, Rin?
Better to let it live in captivity than to kill it.
Okay.
And then possibly release it when.
And to possibly release it when after upon Ivan's death.
So you all have brought up varying points, and they all have merit. I see the wisdom in what Rin is saying here, but before what's decided with the fate of this stag, I don't even know if you guys would be able to find it. So He'll give you kind of directions for where the white scat was found, and maybe that could be the first place to start looking for this. Now, if you guys have more pressing matters to attend to, this does not have to be top priority, but I don't know how long this creature will be around, and I would hate this opportunity to be passed, so...
That's fine.
Should I have other scouts be looking for this as well, or is this something you guys wish to do?
We shall be able to gather it post haste. If you could just at least ensure that the boy is not his sentence is not carried out, at least for our absence.
Well, that shouldn't be an issue because I'll be carrying out the execution.
Oh, so if we technically lose you, there's no execution?
Probably not, but...
Oh, where are you going with that thought?
Oh, no, I'm not going to do anything dark. No, just saying.
I think they would find a substitute for Kurtz. The fact that he's pulling the execution is just a favor to him, nothing more.
Yes, but if you can at least... Did you say when you were supposedly going to enact your...
I was told I would be notified.
Yes.
All right, then. Well, yes. Where on the map did you say you found this gap, please?
In the woods?
Yeah, it would be off in the woods farther out than what this map allows, yeah.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, if he has an atlas or a map of some sort, anything like...
Yes, yeah, he can give you directions. It's going to be northeast of this place.
Right, I'm just going to actually inquire just him to describe it as best he can, give a good idea of it, try to see if I'm familiar with this location, if I know where it is, if I could see it from on high anywhere like that.
So he'll describe the area. So there's walking trails and then animal trails that kind of branch off from there. So he was going on one of the walking trails, and it was an intersection of one of the animal trails and the walking trail. Right where that intersection was, is where he found that pile of the white poop. So that is what really caught his attention with it being white. He's never seen that before, and he's always been on the lookout for this creature, as are many other exotic hunters and trackers and stuff like that. So, it might not even be that, but that's the best indication he's found.
Hey, DM.
Yes.
Does Candoria proper have a sigil, like a logo, a banner, a symbol?
It would probably be like a side profile of Ivan's face.
Okay, got it.
Definitely need a better.
All right, that should be fine. All right. Okay.
So just kind of recapping the strategy here. So Ivan, we're gonna go try to find a white stag for you, right? Hopefully we find this thing and bring it back. This will bring some sort of favor that perhaps maybe, just maybe, you can gain some sort of leverage that it sounds like Timmy's fate has already been sealed, but perhaps maybe we could procure his body once it's all said and done, so we can take care of the boy properly. That's the plan. I look around the group. Is that what we're shooting for here right now?
Sounds about right.
Okay.
All right. Then.
All right. So we start with the shit. Point us towards the shit. Let's go. Let's do this.
Right. Gather around, everyone. Gather close. We're going to jump there.
Very excited.
We're going to teleport. All right.
We're shit jumping here, Kurtz. We're shit jumping, man. Get ready for this.
Engage.
Rin does begin his little spell as he starts to focus and try to cast the runes for a moment as he begins to place teleport out. I do get to roll a percentile die because this is only description. I can't see it. I don't know where it is if it's off the map. If he could point out the window, that'd be great. But if he can't, that's fine.
Yeah.
So I used my cartographer's tools to drop a map of the area. Would that help in this endeavor?
That helps me go off of description.
And he can actually point on the map right where.
Yeah, so that's description. So I'm going off of description as opposed to being able to see it, which is fine. So I get to roll a percentile die to see if we are in a mishap, off target, similar area, or on target.
Hold on.
Oh,
I love it. I love it.
It's already happening.
It already happened. So let's see. How on target are we? We are right on target. Oh, look at that.
Nice, 93.
93?
Bitty spot on. Oh, yeah.
We're gonna land in the poop.
Description, so 74 to 100 is on target.
Yep. Anything from like 70 to 100. I'm on the target.
Nice.
So we are.
So
Nicely
you guys-
done, Rin.
you
And now,
already
when the
teleported.
city gets sacked, we can run here.
Technically, yes.
Oh, because
Yes.
now it is a familiar place.
It's a hot spot.
Unless I take anything from here, but I don't know if I want to take anything yet.
So
Like poop.
Yeah, take some deer poop.
out of all the options for teleporting, what's like the most? So making a permanent circle is guaranteed.
Yes, and then the next one is
Associated object.
an associated object. Yeah.
So you could take like a twig or something, or what? Or
Well, yeah.
is it-
Anything that's like a more kind of properly associated object, something like that. But yes.
You could, like, for instance, like hide the pile of poop, but take one of the turds, like something like that.
Hey, we should probably take that anyway to see if it has any alchemical value.
It is legendary poop.
I mean,
Or
do we
is
see
it,
the
though?
poop?
Is
I mean,
it?
I teleported, but damn, where have we arrived?
Someone's making a necklace. That's all I know. Okay. All right. So, he does his teleportation, which is casting time is 1 action duration, instantaneous. So you guys instantly appear in the woods, and you are right near the, like, not right at the intersection, but you're a few feet from it. And up ahead, you can see, right as he described, there's a pile of the white poo-poo.
Excellent.
The forest is very dense. There's a very thick canopy up ahead. These trees are pretty tall. You are feeling very, like, everything is just looming over top of you because you're tiny. But there are some breaks in the trees, so there are sunlight that does come down. There are darker patches, but it is pretday well lit, and it's, midday-ish, so there's plenty of light out for you guys. So you see a main walking trail, and then to the left and to the right of where you are there, is this game trail that cuts across it.
All right, I will search for tracks. Spread out and look for clues, guys.
Okay.
All right. Well, I see the poop, so that's at least something.
All right. Puzzle piece number 1. We found the shit. Good job. We did it.
Can't find shit.
You found a duck. There's a
Okay.
There it is.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to the poop.
Okay.
Can I do? I mean, what do you want? Do I nature check, or like? God, I'm not good at much.
You look at your skills.
You're a ranger. What the hell?
Look at your
I'm not-
skills, your abilities, your magic, everything for all of you.
I
And you
mean-
guys tell me what you want to do and
So
how you want to roll and justify it, and it'll probably be granted.
So what I would like to do is I would like to look at the poop, see if anything's odd about it, and then use my ranger ability, which is this is Finley sheet. No wonder I don't have my shit
Give me a perception check for looking at the scat.
for looking at the poop.
Yeah.
Hey, investigation.
Would it be investigation? Yeah.
Or it can be investigation.
well-
whatever you want.
Well, I got an 11.
11. All right, so you're looking at the poop, and you've never seen white poop like this, but as far as the poop itself, it looks like normal deer poop. It is larger in size, but are you willing to, like, break it open or play with it? Or
Oh
touch
yeah,
it?
I'm touching it. I'm gonna
Yeah.
run between my fingers.
You've never quite seen a shite like this one. This is just jaw-dropping,
Okay.
eye-sparkling poop.
Take a
So,
whiff.
all right, since you're getting in and touching, I'll give you advantage on the perception check. Give me one more.
All right.
Can I intimidate the poop?
You
I
scared
mean-
the shit
Yeah.
out of it.
You scared the shit white.
Out of shit. Who sent you?
All right, so your initial looking at it, you're not really able to pick up anything, but as you pick up the poop and you smell it, you can kind of see there's a berry that you recognize in the poop that wasn't completely broken down, and it's one that is only in certain locations in the forests.
I think I may have something. There's a certain berry here that is pretty rare. It only grows in certain areas.
Point on the map. And I'll hold out the map that I drew.
I mean, I can just show you, Kurtz.
Well, yeah, but there's multiple places, and if we get separated or split up.
Why would we get separated or split up?
Last time we were in the wilderness, I jumped on a manicor's back.
Do you
Well, that wasn't our fault.
It wasn't, but I'm just saying, shit happens.
Apparently.
All right, look, I think we should just go to one of the berry sites, and then I have another trick I can use, and let's go from there.
All right, fine.
So
Although, Rin, can you take a look at the poop and see if anything is magical about it? Maybe if it came from a creature other than a beast, maybe possibly celestial or a fae?
Well, if you give me 10 minutes, I can detect magic.
Okay.
Would you give me 10 minutes?
Sure.
You know, all this talk about shit merely makes me have to. I didn't really do that this morning, and I should probably. And I will go into the woods, where I can still see my group.
take your
And
legendary
take your
shit.
time,
Oh,
Jim.
I
Take your time, Rin. I didn't take my morning shite this morning, so here we go.
Well, I'd be surprised if it's a 10-minute shitter, but all right. And then
I wouldn't.
I'll begin the ritual and do detect magic, and I'll have it continually on me to look around the location to see if I see anything pop up with an aura.
Okay. All right. So let's see. If it bears magic, what if it deers magic? Sorry, puns. All right. All right. So you do detect a bit of a magical presence from this, and it does seem like maybe it's Fae. And you're thinking that maybe most people detecting magic on it wouldn't have detected the Fae essence, but because of your elven background and how elves work in this world, you know a bit more of the backstory about the Fae than these guys do. But you do sense some kind of Fae magic residue inside of this.
All right, well, there seems to be at least a little element of the Fae in here, so perhaps it might be more reasonable and conscious than you might have imagined at first. It's not maybe a dumb beast, but yes, it does seem to have some arcane nature to it.
All right, that's very good news for tracking it. Finley, you done? Do you need to wipe more?
Hold on.
Don't use the 3-pointed leaves.
Just
All right.
use magic, Finley, to
All
clean
right.
yourself.
All right. So now I'm done. Then I'll pop up out of the woods.
All right, so
Woo!
so this walking trail runs north-south. The game trail runs east-west, and from here it's more kind of northeast of your location for where the berries are that you're familiar with.
I'll go towards the known berry patch.
Okay. Wait, do you want to take the game trail or the walking trail? Because they
Oh.
both. So the walking trail is going north-south. The other one's east. So it's kind of in the direction of either one. Which one were you wanting to take?
Might as well do the game trail.
Okay.
And while we're doing that, I'll just do a survival check for just tracks, anything fresh of the size that I would expect it to be.
I will assist.
Okay.
All right. This is...
So you can either do perception or you can both roll one, whichever you want.
Can I do survival for tracks?
Sure.
I can do perception too.
No,
I can
that's
do
fine.
perception.
Either one. 29.
He's fine.
You don't want to try to nat 20 it?
Up to you. You don't have to if you don't want to.
Oh,
All right.
no, I'm fine.
Okay, so going, mentally going over like where you're trying to go, that this game trail will probably lead somewhere in that general direction, and if it ever veers off, you could probably, jump track and go through the woods that way.
How long are we traveling, by the way?
Maybe about 40 minutes. Hold that on my butt.
I'm asking Sean, because during this time, just to make sure we don't accidentally screw ourselves over with separation from any means, I'm going to another ritual cast as we walk and do telepathic bond between all four of us, so that we can relay messages in quiet silence.
Oh, that's a good idea. Okay.
So I will just
I'm a pop Finley on my flying saucer.
Oh, the minor tensor disc? Okay.
I love this fucking disc. It's like the greatest. And I will kind of lay down, put my hands behind my head, kick my feet up, and and mentally be like, "Fuck it, man."
Okay.
Also, about this time, I'll say, Finley, do your best to be quiet and not sing. I'm going to cast Pass Without a Trace on all of us.
Oh,
Thanks. 'Cause I'm gonna need that.
And,
Okay.
and we all can talk now without even using our lips.
So the veil of shadows and silence radiates
Just-
from you, masking you and your companions from detection. For the duration, each creature you choose within 30 feet of you, including you, has a +10 bonus to dexterity stealth checks. You can't be tracked except by magical means. A creature that receives this leaves behind no tracks or traces of its passage. This will give you a huge advantage. Awesome.
So yes, just remember, if we are talking telepathically, do your head tap.
Okay. All right. So you have detected the Fey magical essence in the poo. You saw the berries. That's where you're heading towards. You got a telepathic quiet way of communicating, and you have Pass Without a Trace, so it's very hard for anything to detect you. So I think you guys... Is there anything else you guys want to do before continuing?
Should I take off my armor?
I'm sorry?
What
Where would
level
you
of
put
armor
it?
do you have?
Oh, I have heavy armor,
So you're going to have...
but I'll have disadvantage. Yeah, on
check.
stealth.
Well, I mean, Kurtz, where would you put it?
On the disc.
It's still rattle, probably.
You know,
Although,
I mean,
don't you have
if you guys took the time to, you know, wrap a blanket and pat it, you know what I mean? Like, I would allow, if you're willing to, you know, take the time to take it off, you could put Finley and the armor on the disc to where that wouldn't give you a disadvantage. You just wouldn't get the AC benefits.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would definitely be preferable for hunting.
Yeah. It's not like a lot of things can take me down, anyways. Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay.
I mean, we could stay while Ren's doing his mentally
Yeah.
hoobly You take your armor off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Take it off!
All right. And the telepathic bond lasts for 1 hour, and Pass
So
Without a
it's Pass
Trace
Without Trace.
is also 1 hour. So you guys got 1 hour to find this beast. All right. We will go on our first scheduled break, and when we return, we will set off on tracking this guy down.
And just for the sake of the break, as we're traveling and once our bond is made, I'm not singing because Urgra told me not to.
Yeah.
But I am mentally singing like, dum, 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 dum. Find that stag. Boom, 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 boom. And you gotta find it. Find that staggy. No, that's all I'm saying. So just constantly just whip it, but find that white stag. That's it. Just
So
for the
they-
whole time we're going.
So they can all hear it, you singing it. It's
Yes.
clogging up the radio comms, you know.
Yep.
Okay.
Find that stag. Yeah, just constantly over and over again. That's it.
Perfect. All right. We shall
All right,
return
now we
in a
can
couple
go to
minutes. Thanks for sticking with us, guys. We'll be back.
It comes up, I just do one of these deals where it's just like
dumping all over your body. You'll see the vendor just cracking up. Just.
She's not just a client to me, Your Honor, but she's a near and dear, true friend. And
I don't have really any spells left, so I'm just gonna start going. I'm gonna use Prestidigitation to just keep blowing.
You got like little joints that they just suck into or something, and they slide in with friction. Or if there's maybe like I can make you some cream, Finley. You can dip your tongue in it. You'll be fine.
second bear.
It's fine. He's like, I don't care about shit. No disadvantage to this magic bullcrap. Missiles again.
Do you have to breathe? You can try using one.
That's not probably.
That's not a good idea.
I'm actually gonna...
I'm gonna reach out and pull out the divinity symbol from my shirt and just sort of like, this is an unholy place.
Yep.
This is the epitome of handling an animal. You're free falling. That's what.
Your heart can heal if you just let it.
So, okay, how are we gonna work this here?
A fair price for a fair bargain of such rare and majestic items. Wouldn't you?
What's your total damage?
25 total.
Woo!
That's a big hit, dude.
That is an eyeball piercer.
Shit.
And then grab onto the wings and try to glide it into the ground.
Yes.
Okay. She'll slam her staff into the ground and she'll say, Caldevar, then I order you to arrest Cain in the name of the High Temple, and we will end all of session 0. So good job, guys.
Oh.
Well played.
Hello there, everyone's favourite halfling bard, Finley Shenanigan here. Being the soulful adventurer that I am, and known for telling a tale or two, pull up a stool to grab a pint as I tell you a story about my favourite hero, me. In my years of travelling, I met people of all walks and cultures. Although the Horsemen coming didn't affect me directly, I saw the toll they left behind. The destruction and devastation these villainous beings left in their wake sparked something within me. How was I, Finley Shenanigan, to become the greatest, most legendary bard that Candoria had ever seen, if no one was around to behold my glory? More importantly, where is Alundra? When will she be back? And what will she be wearing? Hopefully something revealing. Anywho, setting on my journey, I shared my glamour with those who had never witnessed such pure, unadulterated excellence before. My legacy was to replace their despair and unite the people for the war yet to come. In the end of the day, everyone could be a hero. Everyone has a little adventure inside of them. And if you don't, would you like one?
Ah, salutations. I am Rin Anoran, historian of Candoria, renowned problem solver, an elf of esteemed conscience. When I became of age, I set out as a Rena and departed from my home of Othalos to the city of Egoras to study the arcane arts. With some difficulties, I was able to teach myself while working as a scribe in the library of Alashar. There, I produced a masterpiece of Candoria's history and its secrets. My manifesto, the true record of our world. However, even my aspirations dwindled when Alundra's guidance vanished, followed by the devastation from the Horsemen's wake. Despite all the wounds we have suffered, I shall never let our existence be forgotten, for I believe our best hope lies with our knowledge and story made eternal.
My name is Kurt Glaskin, and I have lost everything that I've loved in this world. My daughters, my wife, my friends, all of them dead to the Horsemen. And now I have a chance to redeem myself, to protect my friends, to lead humanity into a new age of light and hope. Alundra abandoned us, the goddesses abandoned us, and left us with these monsters. And I want to take everything from them that they've taken from us. I live in a world of blood and hatred and violence, and so I will become that violence. I will be that hatred, and I will be exactly what we need, a sword against the darkness.
My name is Urgra Dropper, and I am a dependable ambassador. I was the only half-breed in my mother's tribe of orcs where the threat of being eaten constantly hung over my head. And yet, those were some of the happiest times of my life compared to my time with the Revenant. I was 12 when I first picked up a bow and started hunting, and I quickly found that people make the most interesting prey and often deserve an arrow in the head far more than most monsters. Magic and even the Three Sisters were always something weird and sinister to me. That is, until by chance I crossed paths with the High Priestess Alundra, who showed me that magic, like everything else, can be used for good or for evil. And that's what I'll keep on repeating to myself every time one of those stuck-up magical morons say something that makes me want to cut out their tongues.
The following program features adults using adult language. You have been warned.
I throw a rock.
Oh my god, the rock.
All right, we are back. So we got the song going for you guys in your heads, sung by everyone's favorite halfling bard. So you guys have passed your first tracking check, and you're working your way towards where you think it would be. And
on that stack.
Yeah. So, Rin, you detect faint traces of that, like, fey magical residues. Now that you've kind of, you know, we have someone who's got intimate and broken it open with the poo, so you kind of know what to look for. And so you're kind of finding traces of this fey magic residue as you're detecting as you go. So you get the impression that you are heading the right direction, but you come to a fork in the road. So you guys need to decide which way you want to go. One is leading more north, one is leading more east.
Which one is the closest to the berries, Urgra?
Mm-hmm.
Do you see any tracks, anything?
Have we already gotten to the berries?
No, you're still on your way to the berries.
Oh, then I guess I'll just take the most direct route to the berries.
Okay. Where they are and where you are, you're unsure of which way will actually lead you closer. Like,
I'm look for clues.
Like 50-50.
Yeah, can I do a survival check to just see, like, tracks or just which path seems more likely to be the right size for a creature this large?
Okay.
I will assist.
Okay.
Bible! That is a 33.
God damn.
Okay. So, Kurtz, or Urga, you see this because you did the check. You notice there are deer tracks, but these ones look a little bit different than what you have seen before. There's a little bit of an addition to it.
All right, I think I got the trail, and I will lead them down the path that has the tracks.
Okay. And Kurtz, as you you see what she had pointed out, what she found, it does look like what you know, and that you've seen before, the deer track with the extra mark in the middle.
I'm gonna have my bow out.
Okay.
Just ready to pop off a shot if we do see it.
So you like want to ready in action, you mean? Like have it
No.
Okay.
No, not yet.
Just
But I
have
don't
it
want to take the time to like draw it, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'll say when I see Kurtz doing this, Kurtz, given that Rin has detected some sort of fey magic, it's possible that this thing can communicate. We may want to try talking before shooting.
Well, if we do that, it's just gonna run away.
Not necessarily. And besides, what do you think an arrow is going to do to it?
Well, how arrows work, Ergra, is pull on this bowstring, and the tension from the wood causes force on the arrow, and then it goes into things.
Mm-hmm. So this thing is about the size of an imaginary creature I once heard of called a rhino. And so maybe with your strongest shot, you'd get about 6 inches deep. That's not even going to slow it down. Unless you get it possibly in the eye.
But let's perhaps try to not kill the creature, as we have already made an agreement to try and capture it rather than kill it. So,
I'm just saying, if you guys try to talk to it, it's gonna run.
Well, maybe we'll try to prevent it from running away after we introduce ourselves. I'll have my spells ready just in case to negate its ability to run.
Okay.
I also can track it once I've seen it before.
All right.
All right. So you continue down the path, and you have finally made it to the berries that you were looking for, Urgra.
Urgra, is it nearby? Do we have to be extra quiet at all? Or?
Can I use my primeval awareness? No, I'll put the text into the chat.
Sure.
Primeval awareness.
What's your favorite enemy?
It doesn't have to be my favorite enemy.
Oh.
Spend 1 ranger spell slot to focus your awareness on the region around you for 1 minute per level of the spell slot expended, which is which level?
Just first.
Okay. You can sense whether the following types of creatures are present within you, within 1 mile. Apparition, celestial, dragon, elemental, fae, fiends, and undead. All right.
And because it's forest, which is my favorite terrain, it's actually a 6-mile radius.
Oh shit! All right. Yes, you
God
definitely.
damn!
You
What the
definitely detect a fae presence within that range. So, is it like a green light, red light kind of a thing, or is it like you know where they are?
I think I know where they are, but of course, by the time I get there, they may have moved.
I don't. It actually doesn't tell you where they are. It's not locational. It just says that they're here. Yeah.
So you just within your range, you do get a ping on your little internal radar of a fae presence.
Okay. So it's at least within a few miles of us.
Would you like me to get a bird's eye view?
That would be very helpful, actually. This thing is pretty big.
Okay.
I will quickly pop Orion into existence as he pops onto my shoulder. I just go, up we go, white stag. He starts to fly up, and I'll eventually start to peer through his eyes to see if there's anywhere he can see a big white stag anywhere.
Okay, give me a perception check.
All right, this bird I think only has 2, so let's 2 to it. 20.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh.
All
Wow,
right.
all right.
So he can actually, it's how far can your owl see?
I mean, as far as any other creature could see in the sky. So.
Okay. All right. So there is a clearing, and it can kind of see. It's looking for a white, creature. So it has very specific instructions, and you guys are getting closer. It can see in a very far distance a white, bodied figure that is in this kind of open plateau area with very, very tall grass. So it only kind of sees it for a moment, and then down, and then sees it, and then down.
Orion spots something. That way, Urgra. Up ahead. Tall grassy clearing.
All right, let's go.
Should we stealth now?
We should be
Yeah.
extra quiet,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Group stealth.
Yep. Let's get some stealth checks, and you have pass without a trace. So you get a +10,
Mhm.
I'll do Finley.
Ooh.
and you don't have disadvantage, Kurtz.
Good. Yeah, I know. That's just my roll.
All right.
That was a
Ooh.
3. That was before the 10, though, right?
Yeah.
So you got 13.
Yeah.
Everyone else is
Amazing.
almost 30, if not higher.
Okay. So, you're actually all okay. So it hasn't been alerted of your presence at this time. So you are now going, much quieter, much slower. But you are approaching the edge of the tree line that comes up to this plateau-y area.
Remember, your heads, people. Use your heads.
And if anybody wants to, make a perception check.
I will.
I'm mentally going to say to the group, lads and lass, this is your deals here. I'm not very good at tracking things and such. I'm here for moral support. Go find that white stag.
Finley, do you know how to cast polymorph?
I do. I'll be more helpful once we get closer and can find the fucking thing. But until that time, I'm going to sit here on my desk and eat some crackers.
I think we should
It'll
try
be
to
like-
do a conjoined polymorph on this creature. See if we can turn it into something that we could apprehend.
I have an idea. You guys want to capture, right? I don't think I can run this thing down as a human. What if you turned me into like a fucking tiger or something?
But why?
So I can run faster and pounce on it and grapple it.
What's the fastest creature that you guys know of?
A duck.
I mean, this would be me saying, God, what is the fastest creature that I know?
You guys can use your D&D knowledge as players in this too, and then.
But we're also in a forest, so it has to be something that can get through trees and that sort of thing. So it can't be like a horse.
But you are approaching a plateau though too, like an area without trees,
I don't know, but I mean, what? Kurtz, wouldn't it just be better if me and Finley tried to turn it into a turtle?
What if it's immune to magic?
Oh, I have other things that I can try.
Just a suggestion.
You could try both. You both have it, right? You could one person try to turtle and one person try to gazelle him or whatever you guys choose.
Right. I think the only advice I could really give in this moment here is not so much tracking it, but maybe once we get up close enough, maybe a little bit of observation perhaps might be a best case, and then we can decide action. He can't fucking hear us, he or she. It's a he, I guess, because it has the big antlers.
Well, yes, considering it's a stag.
It is a stag.
Did you just assume
Kurt
Mystical
saw
Stag's gender?
Yeah. I did.
Now I'm going to start stroking my beard here a little bit as I start pondering. But you guys go do your thing. I'm following along.
Okay. All right. So, Kurt, you do see very distant. It's very small, but you can see the white figure grazing in the grass up ahead.
I'll tell everyone to hold off and then point it out.
Okay.
Mentally communicating. How far is that?
Let's see. What is the, just so I know, what is the range of your guys' bow attacks?
So my longbow is 600 feet.
600 feet?
Yes.
Okay, I was thinking it was probably like 300 yards.
So 900 feet.
Yeah, so 900. Yeah, it's about 3 football fields, away.
All
right. We're going to have to get closer.
We definitely need to get closer.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so give me some more stealth checks with the +10.
Big money, no whammy. Do I have an inspiration point? I do not.
See, Urgra has one, Finley has one, and Finley has a health potion.
Ooh, look at that, Urgra. I think
43 for me.
Woo!
29.
And Finley got 24, who was the lowest.
Okay.
We're pretty good.
It does not catch awareness of you, and you are able to move significantly closer, and is now just on the edges of where you think you could maybe hit it with an arrow, but it's going to be like full fucking, it's going to be a tough shot, but it is within range of range attacks.
All right, how far away do you think that is, Urgra?
We're probably about 600 feet right now, but honestly, anything more effective than me just throwing an arrow at it, I need to be very close. I want to, ideally, all of my best stuff is within 60 feet.
All right. Well, yes, of course, mine as well. But do you think we're within 500 feet, or do we need to close in a little closer?
We need to get a little bit closer.
All right. If we can.
Do you want to split up in case it dashes? One of us can try and head it off.
Well, because Finley.
Yes, right. Here I am.
Do you happen to know that spell that allows you to move between the realms to instantly appear in one location?
Right. Yes, I am familiar with this incantation here. Yes, I can bippity boppity boop over there and then back again. Yeah.
Yes. Well, I know you can only take with you that which is your size, accordingly. Correct.
Right, it's hard enough for me to get my cock through the dimension door.
So, is there a way for you to make yourself bigger at all?
Protein.
Or make anyone else smaller?
Protein shake.
Do you even lift, bro?
Not so much. Again, how far away are we here, lads?
About 600 feet.
Right.
Because I can immediately... if you wanted me to, I could try to dimension door us straight onto its back if you wanted to try and ride the creature as we try to control it and or polymorph it into something manageable and or maybe perhaps lasso it if that was the case, if the magic was not efficient.
I could grapple it.
All right, well, I can at least dimension door Kurtz because he's of my size, but Urgra, are you okay at staying at a distance?
I prefer to get close. There is one thing I can do to definitely slow it down, and even from a distance. I need to be about 150 feet away.
All right. Well, okay.
I can sneak up on myself, though. I'm pretty confident in myself.
I can temporarily polymorph you into something of an appropriate size so that Finley can polymorph you too, either one, just for a moment so that you may step through with him. And then when you appear, he'll let go of concentration and you should once more be Urgra.
That could work.
Mm-hmm.
So, Finley, do you want me or shall you?
Well, I mean, we could always do that. Or, I mean, if you just took me with you and you want to poopity poop onto his back there, I could just true polymorph him into, whatever you want, I guess.
Well, I mean, that's what I suggested, that we try to polymorph it as well. But if we had all 4 of us there all together, that should increase our odds. So I could Dimension Door Kurtz, you could Dimension Door yourself, along with Urgra. And, I mean, I don't know if its back is able to hold all 4 of us, but...
There is also the antlers. I'm going to share that handout with you guys so you can kind of see...
I'm picturing like a giant tumbleweed almost.
I mean, we can.
Oh, huge! They go over his back.
This is. We can make this a real quick trip here if we can just Dimension Door onto its back, and I can true polymorph it, and then we're in and out like Flynn here. But the only problem is if he manages to resist my spell, we're sitting on the back of a white stag with our thumbs on our asses.
Well, should it get to that point, we might be able to have Kurtz grapple it, because he'll be immediately on top of it at that point. So he should probably be able to ring around its neck and bring it to the ground, prevent it from moving.
Did just fight a giant tiger.
And then if we did that, we could try to restrain it. Do we have any rope? Anyone have? I can conjure us a harness if we need to put on its face if you'd like.
I have manacles.
I don't think those will work so well.
Yeah, if I have a way to restrain it magically, if nothing else, but I really would prefer trying to present ourselves and talk to it first. I can always find it again.
All right, let's see. Does anyone have a means to?
Well,
I can.
I like the idea of Finley polymorphing me, and then we all are in front of it. So perhaps it'll be surprised, but it won't be as offended as if we just appeared on its back.
Who the fuck cares what it wants?
I do, obviously.
All right, fine. We can do that. Finley, do you want to coin toss it to see which one of us will transform Urgra here?
Or even concentration?
It's fine if that's what you want to do, but once I change Urgra, that's it for my my higher level spibbity boops there.
Oh, you don't have a normal polymorph, just the lower end.
No, I have a higher end one.
Oh, then of course it's just me. All right, Urgra, what do you want to be? That's something of appropriate size for Finley.
A duck.
How about just
a
mouse?
A what?
A mouse.
A mouse. All right, sure, fine, very well. Your mouse it is. Okay. And I will slowly begin the incantation and release it to let her turn into a dormouse.
Okay.
Don't resist.
All right, where are we at? Yeah. All right. So you are transmuted into a tiny little mouse, and I don't think they have the ability to speak, but you do have that telepathic bond.
Yes, you can.
So you are still able to squeaker in your mind, and they can understand. So who is going to carry the new little furry friend you guys acquire?
Well, Finley is. Here you are, Finley.
Okay. All right. What do you guys want to do?
All right. We get a little closer, and we Dimension Door in front of it as Urgra's request. Okay. Try to see if it will be reasonable.
How close do you guys need to get?
500 feet.
500 feet. Okay, so we'll give me one more stealth check for the mouse. Don't worry about it. You are within.
Oh, I was the best one.
Yeah, you're within the grip of the halfling. So
while we're rolling these stealth checks, I'm going to say, in our minds, be like, Urgra, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Finley. What the hell's wrong with my voice?
Is that my voice?
My voice?
Oh well.
What happened to your voice?
I'm going to drink it, you fool, and turn into my beautiful self.
And once I'm back to my beautiful self, I'm going to kill you.
That's a good movie.
It was a great movie.
Classic. I love when he's up against the wall.
Yeah.
All right, you guys are all able to successfully stealth with your +10s, and you are within range of what you are trying to do.
All right, mentally talking to Finley. Finley, Dimension Door on 3.
And be sure to drop this spell as soon as we get there.
Yes, I'll drop the spell.
Before we pour it, I would like to ready an action. If it bolts, I want to grapple it.
Oh, okay. So you guys are going to have to be within grapple distance of it then.
Yeah. I mean, we're appearing like right in front of it.
Okay.
If you want me to go that, sure, I'll go within 5 feet of the thing for you then.
Okay. All right, so doors open. People.
I
pass
don't.
through.
You don't have to. You can do 10 because I have lunging attack.
Okay, 10 feet then. Finley on 3.
Yeah, but all right. So this always confuses me when everyone says go on 3. So is it like 1, 2, 3, and then we do the fucking thing, or is it like 1, 2, 3, go, and then like on go you do the thing? So is it on 3 and go or what?
1, 2, 3, cast.
Wait, what? Shit! Wait, are we doing it right now?
No, I was just giving you the example.
Oh, all right. 1, 2, 3, cast. Okay, got it. All right, here we go.
All right, so ready? Okay. So 1, 2, grab a hold of Kurtz. 3, dimension door.
Okay, so you guys instantaneously appear right in front of a head that is down in the grass, and you just see this massive antler that is taller than Kurtz, just on the antler size, that's already on top of a creature who's quite large itself. And you appear right in front of it, and its head lurches up.
I dropped the spell for polymorph.
Okay. Okay.
I will immediately use a bonus action to cast Slayer's Prey on this thing.
Okay. What else do you guys want to do? So this is a surprise action, so it will be skipped in any initiative order.
Someone fucking talk to it. And I'll cast. I'm gonna cast telekinesis.
Just pick it up. Just pick it up and float it in the air.
Okay.
That's all. I'm gonna cast telekinesis on our surprise round. We're just gonna have this.
Can somebody click it for him so I can see?
Yes, it's only 500 pounds, which I'm pretty sure this stag is far beyond.
So yeah, I will introduce myself as we appear, and I'll just go in Sylvan, since it is a Fae, and I'll just say
up to 1,000 pounds.
Oh, my bad.
Okay.
Probably still not enough.
I will say in Sylvan to it as we appear. I'll just go, adulare, es ignore, ali ignore. Just trying to, calm it down, saying, hello, we mean you no harm.
Okay.
Yeah. And I will hold plant growth.
Okay. Can you click that one as well so I can see the...
Yeah.
All right, so with telekinesis cast, and you guys are all already having a mental four-way conversation, it'll bring this fake creature into the conference call, if you will. So you guys all are able to communicate with this being. Telekinesis is going to... Is there a saving throw?
Yes, I believe there is.
If he affects it, yes.
Yeah, it's a creature, so it makes a
So I cast telekinesis on it, but if I try to move him pick it up in the air, it's a strength check. But I didn't try to hurt him yet. All I did was just cast it. So just have it.
It says you can exert fine control with objects such as.
So it's a strength check.
A strength check.
If he wants to move it, if like Finley has his focus on it, he's mentally attuned to it, and if he tries to move it, he must contest with its strength.
Right.
Creature strength check. Okay.
So in other words, DM, I didn't actually do anything on our surprise round. Like as soon as we, and I'm just holding it. You know what I mean? Like I'm not doing anything. I'm just.
So you're just keeping it from moving.
On. Yep.
Okay. All right. So it will.
Yeah, the deer's not floating. The deer's not floating in the air or anything.
Yeah. So it is unable to move. You guys have a.
Well,
what's that?
Why is it not able to move?
Because I rolled a strength check and it is unable to.
He's not affecting it yet.
Oh, you just cast it, or you're not? I thought he
the
said the
energy is released, but there's no effect yet.
I thought he said he was trying to keep it from moving. No? Oh, okay. All right. Well,
no aggression.
So this is all happened instantaneous. So he hasn't moved yet. You feel the telepathic link, but none of you have said anything to it. And then plant growth.
I did. I spoke in Sylvan to it.
Oh, that's right. You did. Okay. And then we have.
So I'm holding that. I'm not activating yet.
Oh, okay.
It's a slowdown spell.
Okay. And the range is 150 feet. You're within range. One action for casting is instantaneous. Okay. So you have readied the plant growth, and there is plenty of tall plants around already. All right. So you feel this immense amount of fear and angst as you are speaking with this creature, and you're not picking up conversation, but you are able to you have the feeling that this creature will possibly understand you, but you're only going to pick up emotional reactions to what you say. Does that make sense?
Fine. Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay. So at the moment when you guys appear in front of it, it's going to be like anxiety and fear.
It's the usual reaction.
But yeah, so, I mean, I just say, we would like to talk with you for a moment, if that's all right.
And you can see that it is going to try to move away. What are you guys going to do?
I tackle it.
Okay. All right.
Can't
So
stop him.
yep. So it'll be a strength athletics check contest. So let's see what you got, Kurtz.
Oh damn it!
Is it 19?
The bloody two.
All right, he did terrible. So you are able to grapple onto the creature. How are you wanting to grab him?
I just want to kind of avoid the antlers.
Okay.
And I'll sort of dart around the back and grab its back legs. Sort of just bear hug those.
Okay.
So if it is rank, it can only use its front 2 legs and it'll just be dragging me.
Okay. 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 What else do you guys want to do?
Oh, easy. Just speaking to it. Easy there. No, we don't do any harm, Kurtz. Try not to hurt it.
Dying!
Okay. It is going to try to attempt to kick its hind legs to free itself. And you guys can't see this. Finley, are you wanting to try to stop this with your telekinesis?
I mean, if I see that he's trying to like attack anyone, I'll do something. But
it
if
doesn't
he's
seem
just, you know,
attack, it seems more.
If he's just being a deer, I'm not gonna. If he's just being a deer, I'm not gonna do anything.
Okay.
Can I try and do an animal handling?
Sure. Yeah.
Meh.
All right. Yeah, that is not going to be good enough. Okay. All right. So let's do one more strength athletics check from you.
Oh, much better.
All right. So you are able to maintain, and you're actually able to tighten your grip even stronger around the legs as it kind of kicked. You're able to kind of wrap your arms around it and kind of like bring those legs to like a bent form.
You ain't shit compared to Savage.
So the back end of him has sauntered down, bringing his head up and his antlers like completely back, and it's just this enormous display of horns. And you see you feel the emotional connection change more to a slightly aggressive, angry.
He's not liking this too much. Does anyone have anything to calm him down? Anything like that?
Urga's gonna try and walk. Oh.
No, go ahead, Urga. Do your thing.
Urga's gonna try and walk forward.
Do not walk forward.
She's just very slowly approach, and she's gonna try singing.
Okay.
And so she's just going to just sing under her breath. Here it's sweet, here it's warm, here the daisies will guard you from every harm. Here your dreams are sweet, and tomorrow brings them true. Here is the place where I love you.
Good job. That was good.
Nice.
Can Rin try to like make that? It's sounding pretty good. Can he like try to slightly minor illusion, add some music behind it, just a little
string?
Sure.
String.
All right. So I will let you persuasion check with advantage or animal handling check with advantage.
Animal handling.
Okay. Okay.
That's a 24.
All right. So, as you start singing to this this creature, its eyes will lock with you, and you will sense the anger start to fade away. The anxiety is still there, but it's more of intrigue as it's looking into your eyes.
All right, Kurtz, try letting go of its back legs. I think we're at an understanding.
If it kicks me, I'm punching it in the dick.
Well, then go under the dick so you won't be kicked.
I will loosen my hold, not
Okay.
completely let go.
Are you going to allow it to stand back up?
Yeah.
Back to the original grapple wing kind of situation?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So as it is regaining enough movement to get back onto its feet, you feel an emotional confusion, but gratitude. But he's still locked eyes with you, Urgra.
I will cast Good Berry for 10 good berries, and I will just slowly offer my hand to him.
Ooh, okay. Give me one more animal handling with advantage with the good berries. 22. Okay. All right. So, you hold out your palm, and he starts to smell the berries, and is still maintaining eye contact with you, and you kind of sense hesitation, but it's kind of smelling, and its kind of lip is curling. Like, you can tell he wants to eat it, but he's still very leery of you guys.
I'll lean forward and just slurp one up, and then hold out the rest to him.
Okay, then he will start to gobble the rest, and you can kind of feel that he's wanting free of his back legs being held.
Kurtz, I think it's all right now.
Fine.
Okay. So as you release it, he kind of repositions himself, and you can see he's starting to chew on these berries, and you get the emotional response of still very confused, but curiosity.
Continuing in Sylvan, I'll just continue to dialogue to it, just basically saying, we would like to ask a request of you. If you don't mind, we would probably keep it to something simple. Could you tap your hoof once for yes and twice for no? If you understand this, could you tap once for yes?
And he will divert his attention from Urgra to you, Rin, and in this moment, you get the feeling that this stag is aware of this mental communication and is actually kind of excited about it, since it's not able to communicate, normally. And it notices, well, you don't know what, but it takes particular interest in you, Rin. And you can tell this, and you get the feeling that's probably the Fae connection. And it starts to move towards you, and it looks down at its hooves, and it taps once.
All right, so I go to the rest of them in common so they can understand, or just mentally commenting it. All right, so we can now ask it and see if it would be willing to listen. Do you, I can't ask if you have a name, I'm sorry. So if you don't mind, if we could just say...
Well, it can project images, I think. Do you have a sort of image you identify with, or... Worth a try.
You don't get an image back, but the reading of the emotions, you kind of get the feeling that, he wants to know, what you are going to call him and what to call you. He doesn't have a name per se, so just what are you guys going to refer to him as?
Can we get a description of him?
So he has very short white fur that covers his entire body. His antlers grow in every direction, but it is a very big, magnificent display. There is, some dirt on him, of course, because he lives out. But other than just the dirt, it seems like the fur pattern on this creature is very pristine and very, very impressive. The hooves are over-exaggerated, and there is kind of a claw that comes back, so it's a normal deer hoof. But then from the backside comes down is this claw that kind of folds up underneath. And so you could probably see that, Kurtz, while you were grabbing onto the legs and when he lifted up his paw. Is there anything in particular that you're trying to...
I was wondering, does he look white from age, or does he still look very virile and that sort of thing?
So it doesn't look white from age. It looks more of just part of the nature of the creature. But as you see his eyes, Rin, it's not pink, so you don't think it's albino reasons. It's more just...
Natural,
yeah.
Perhaps a name might be more suitable when we perhaps get to know one another a bit better. But personally, in the meantime, we have a proposal to offer. We seek to offer you a abode, a home, a place for you to have within and nearby to the city. You'll be cared for and everything, but we would ask that you would like to join us, perhaps, and instill hope and goodness back into the lives of all those who live on Candoria, as these times are a bit darker, and your majesty is quite brilliant and breathtaking, and it would instill more hope and bless our efforts to try and save this land. Would you be willing to join? Not forever, of course. We do wish for you to eventually return to your home.
You can see him kind of take more of a stoic pose as you're talking about how like his presence would be hope, you know. But he looks around though, and you get the emotions of like everything he needs is here. Like, why would he ever need to leave, even though what you're saying?
There are certain things that you're missing, Finley. As I kind of nudge him, Finley, talk to him about some of the songs that you have been able to think about to praise his name. Go.
Well, I was gonna say. So, are you talking to him mentally, or are you saying all this stuff?
Verbal.
Yeah.
This is all verbal.
He's verbal.
All right, mentally, and you're talking to him in common, or are you talking to him in like Fey language, like you were Sylvan?
Sylvan and Fey, but I will, I'll kind of like say everything to you as well.
All right.
Because I have
because it doesn't seem like he understands what the hell we're saying in common anyway. I'm just gonna like go over to Rin and be like, Rin, ask him if he's like, is he from here? Is he fucking lost? Does he have a family? Like, come on, ask him some of those questions. I'm like,
yeah, well, every question Finley asks, I translate to like,
okay. Yeah, you can just ask directly, and then I'll just assume the translation. So whatever you want to say.
Yeah, Finley.
So it's like in one of those movies. So Ren, tell the stag this and this, and then the stag's like, Stag, can you, Ren, can you tell Finley? All right. So anyway.
Well, you guys, because you all have that telepathic connection, so you're able to pick up on the emotions instantly, so you don't have to have Rin translate anything. But
all right. Well, I'm still concentrating on telekinesis for now, so I'm just gonna say to Rin to ask him those questions. So that's
okay.
All I'm asking. Like, is he lost? That kind of stuff.
No, so you don't get the feeling. So as this connection is maintaining, you guys are starting to develop some forms of communication. So it's kind of branched from emotions more to feelings. Like you're getting more descriptors from him than just like, this is how I feel. So he is still very confused and doesn't understand the benefits of the reason of why coming with you guys, doesn't know why to trust you.
Are there more of your kind?
Good question.
It will be memories of like there has been more of them, but he hasn't seen them for a very long time, and it's very saddening.
What if we could bring you back with us, offer you a sanctuary, and then find you a suitable mate so that you could continue your lineage?
Ooh, give me a persuasion check.
Yeah. Please be good. Elvish tongue. Ooh, 29.
All right.
24.
So, the idea of a mate seems very intriguing to him. He has not been able to find one of his kind. So this kind of maybe segues into a little bit of trust from this creature.
Nothing more incentivizing than sex.
Right? Sex sells, man.
right. Now we're getting down to the nitty gritty here. Now we're getting somewhere. All right, here we go.
Now we're talking Finley's language.
Yeah.
Now
the spotlight shifts. Yeah. One pimp to another.
All right. I'll ask Rin. Can you ask him? Has he heard of the Horsemen?
Translation.
Okay. Yeah, he's definitely aware of them, but he avoids them at all costs. Whenever any of them or any of these creatures that are not natural appear, he takes off and goes to safer areas, and he has no problem with doing that because he's a very fast creature.
What a smart duck.
There is another horseman who is coming in the next few days, and we, the humanoids, are gathering all our resources into the city, and we would welcome you to, if take shelter or even battle alongside us if that is something you'd be interested in.
You will feel him questioning. Would he be safe from this inevitable attack that you're speaking of within wherever you guys want him to go?
Probably not.
No, we would absolutely assure your safety. The location of your sanctuary would still be within the wildlands to have your own means of being able to run and roam, but you will be able to be nearby so that your majestic symbol will be able to still permeate the residents and denizens of this land to be able to be inspired by your presence.
So you can see him latching on to this idea of you talking about people really benefiting from his presence. And it seems to be something that he desires.
And also, if some misguided fool should decide to try to hurt you or hunt you, I mean, I don't see why he wouldn't be able to kill them as you see fit.
Okay, give me one more persuasion check.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
You had to butt in.
Well, it's something that I think an animal would think about. 21, holy shit.
That's a 19.
That's really good. All right, so he's not willing to make a commitment, but he's definitely, you guys have caught his ear, and he's definitely like open to furthering and fostering whatever it is you guys are building with him.
Brilliant, excellent. So perhaps
How's this, Rin? How about you get Ivan so at least he can see this thing before it makes its decision?
What, you want Ivan to see the creature?
Yeah.
Like
that's the whole point. Yeah, bring him here.
I can't bring him here.
You can teleport.
I can teleport what's in the local vicinity. I can't just pull people from nowhere.
Well, can't you go there, get Ivan, and come back?
Yeah.
You do know this is a very high amount of magic to do this, right?
Oh, so you're saying you can't do it.
I'm saying I'm more of a intellectual, and I know when to conserve my magic appropriately, unlike those who have no respect for it. But either way, why not just have the stag come with us? He could appear just outside the city, we could bring Ivan there, and then at that point, if he chooses to not stay, he could still technically roam and go back into the wilds. He won't be trapped. He'll still be able to move as freely as he'd like.
If he's agreeable to that, that sounds fine.
You can get the feeling from him that, you know, his freedom and independence, he does not want to, he's not going to willfully give up. Now, if you guys wanted to, you know, forcefully, that's a different route. But this idea of coming, closer, getting Ivan and bringing him, he's okay with that.
Yes. And then, of course, if you are agreeing, we can make a deal. We can actually arrange something where we will cater to your needs, your old, your foods, your shelters, and in a certain amount of time, we will be providing you with a mate. And then, if we are unable to deliver upon this promise at said time, of course, you have no need to stay. But we will be able to provide you with that, which I think is the most important thing, is that you persist throughout time, because I could not imagine a world without your glorious nature still being able to roam freely in the wilds.
Okay. So he's totally sold on this idea and is willing to come with you.
Good, got a little chubby. Great. All right.
I'm like, my God, do you want to stroke a little harder?
I'm trying. It's like, that's the only way to coax people.
Okay.
But yes. And so if you're all right, I can teleport all of us to just outside the city. I won't do it inside the city.
Why can't we just walk?
Yeah, the stag is not going to want to do that. You could force it, but he would rather walk.
How far away are we?
A few miles, maybe.
Yeah, not that far.
Walking distance?
Yeah, you guys walked here. Yeah.
That's right. Well, no, we did not walk here.
Oh, well, you teleported only a
that's true.
I don't know how far we teleported.
Oh, you mean originally.
Yes.
It's Ivan's morning walk. How far can he go?
Yeah, it's not that far. Yeah.
Every step Ivan takes 100 feet.
And if you guys wanted to split party and someone like teleport and get him and meet, that is doable too.
Oh, even better. I just start communicating with my little homunculus and just say, Can you please bug Nier, tell Nier to go to Ivan, tell Ivan to meet us outside the city proper in about, estimating time travel, so an hour.
Okay.
He was there an hour.
Okay.
And so the little guy will convey to, Rin what he needs to do.
I thought you were going to send the homunculus to Ivan. I'm like, that's a terrible idea.
No, the homunculus can understand,
okay.
And I can communicate with it. And it's just now conveying the message to Nier, just like poking on him and then going on a mirror and just going writing down the message.
Okay, so
I like how your minions are just idiots.
So the
he
the
can't
communication.
speak.
So they're going to get Ivan. Ivan is definitely intrigued with dropping whatever he's doing to do this. He will meet you guys wherever you say to meet him.
War Council.
No, that's not till tomorrow, I think. But so you guys begin your way going back. While on the trip boat for you guys.
I analyze him while we're on the way back, because this is a great mythical creature, and I'm going to be recording everything that I can, studying him. Rin's probably not going to be he's not going to be bashful about it, so he's going to probably analyze everything. He's just going to say muscle haunch, good, muscles here, good, virility, yes, great, there's him, measurements there, okay. So he's doing everything.
Is there anything particular that you want me to answer about your observations?
Just anything in general that he would know, just so that he can get a complete understanding of the creature from top to bottom.
Top to bottom, besides the white fur, besides the fey tie, besides the massive antlers, seems, and like higher intelligence, obviously, but other than that, just anatomically, anatomically, that's the word. Thanks. Yeah. So anatomically, it's just a deer, just a big.
Okay, great.
Okay. Anything else? Man.
So while we're going back, so we could talk to this thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or at least talk through Rin.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I wanna ask the stag as we're walking back. So this big thing is fucking walking with walking, right?
This is glamour deer.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's exactly right. It really fucking is. Okay, cool. So first of all, I'm gonna be like, I want to see if I can try to schmooze my way onto riding the stag back. Is there any way I can be like, so while we're walking here, have you ever? Would you mind? My legs are fucking killing me here. We've been a long way. I have little legs. Would you mind? Perhaps maybe I could just sit on your back for a little bit. It's just
aren't you floating on the disc this whole time?
No. Well, he doesn't know that. Just like as we're walking. So I will ask if I can ride the majestic stag.
If you sing praises about the deer,
okay,
whilst being on the back,
we're gonna get to that in a second. Be like, I have something perhaps that might interest you a wee bit more. Maybe put some things in perspective here, if you might. But I'll just start walking up to this fucking massive stag's fucking legs and shit.
Okay.
And see if he'll let me start climbing up or not.
Yeah, he'll get down, fold his legs over so, it's a little bit easier for you to climb on.
Okay, all right, cool. So, great, on a stag, gotcha. So as we're walking, right? Okay. So first of all here, big fella, I know you said you don't really have a name per se, but perhaps maybe we could come up with one. I thought maybe that would give us a little bit something to do here on the journey, and I'm going to start using like minor illusion or presentation. I guess minor illusion would probably be better. I'm just going to have words form out as we're walking, kind of out in front of us, and I'll just be like, so what do you think about, and anyone can chime along here, and I'm just going to start throwing out random names. I'm going to be like, Chuck, Patrick, Diesel, Murph, Larry, just shit like that, and see if I get any kind of, Skipper, Gilligan, any fucking name, and then you guys can chime along names, and I'll just poof him right out in front of his little face there, and see if he's like yes,
so
no.
We're not naming the magical deer Larry.
So he doesn't understand. He understands what you're trying to do, but the meaning behind these words don't associate. So it's more of a what do you want to call him? And in regards to what do you think would be great in the song that you're talking about?
Okay, all right. So if he's not understanding words as we're going, I'll pick up then on eventually. I'll be like, all right. So not picking up on words. All right. So what if we try this? And I'll just put out things like an antler or a squirrel or a chipmunk or an apple, and just see is he responding to any of those at all?
It's more of a he wants to know what you want to call him, not.
Okay.
I think you should stick to something with majesty into it, such as regal or king.
All right. I'll put out a crown, and I'll put king underneath of it, like king. It's a pretty powerful name, King White Stag, King. Does he like that one at all?
Yeah, he likes the nobility, yeah.
Right, regal, king. All right.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll put a pin in that for now, but check this out. And I'm going to spit my hands here a little bit. I'm sort of wrapping around a little bit. And as we're walking, I'm going to bust out a fucking high level spell because that's fun. And I'm going to do programmed illusion.
Okay.
And again, as we're walking, gonna basically like make this a walking movie theater.
Okay.
Out in front of us here as we're walking.
Okay.
And I'm just like, so crown, regal, king. We'll figure that out. But here's kind of I think what Rin was trying to project to you here. If you weren't really picking up what he was putting down here, and I'm gonna like project out like open fields, bright blue skies with like Candoria kind of in the background there, Candoria proper, and like kids like then like flashing over to like kids coming up and like petting his fur and like playing with his antlers and having all kinds of fun stuff, and then like walking through the streets of Candoria proper with like banners and confetti and stuff going around and people like get cheering and stuff. Okay. And then for the finale, as the sun starts to come down, and the skies are projecting like soft pinks and purples and blue, cotton candy colors of the sky. This coming around the side bushes here. He's kind of standing there in his stoic form, as you said before, just looking around all high and king and mighty. And then coming around this side bush, you see like this other majestic creature. And as it comes into form, it's a white doe, and it just kind of walks up, and she's like super hot and like has like like a little bit of like deer makeup on, I guess, because that's a fucking thing.
Just longer eyelashes, yeah.
Yeah, they're just like the ding 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 ding, yeah, all that kind of shit. And as we're walking, be like, this could be all yours, man. It's like it's yours for the taking. It's the life that you. I mean, think about it, and like the women and the food, like the best oats you can have, and the grains, man. It's like, oh, it's all yours, King. It's all yours, and yeah. So that's what I'm gonna project this movie as we're going to really kind of like sell the deal here as we're going.
He's hook, line, and sinker.
Bryn might stumble a little bit on some of the translation, where it's just going, okay, he's going there. All right.
Yep.
Yeah,
yep. And definitely the finale. The finale is definitely going to be the hot chick doe, who's like with the eyelashes and everything, and like it just kind of fades out right as she's like doing one of these, like. Then it just fades out. You know what I mean? Like a little bit of a tease.
And the pace quickens with the deer. He's like, all right, let's get here.
We should have just killed this thing.
And in my mind, I imagine, now can I communicate to people individually, or is it just like an open link?
I don't know. Let me check. Let's see.
I think it's open.
Let's see. Linking each creature to all the others for the duration. Yeah. Until it ends, they can communicate the bond, even if they don't have a common language. Overall distance, yeah. So sadly, we're all linked.
And there's definitely a little bit of porn music at the end of that when she's turning around, like
just careless whispers, just some sax.
Right, exactly. All of that.
All
right. All right, go ahead, Urgra. I forgot about the music part, but yeah, go ahead. Your turn. Okay.
Oh no, if I have something individually I want to say, but yeah. But then she wouldn't know. Hey, Rin, have you actually ever seen another of his kind before?
Well, no, I've not seen another one of his kind, but they are out there, as well as there are other means of, finding and bringing some into existence. Yes.
I think that your spell may be malfunctioning. I didn't quite hear what you said.
No, it's just there are ways for things to be brought into creation. We'll be fine. Don't worry about it, Urgra. We'll either find it by means of discovery, or we shall make a mate for him. Either way, we'll be fine.
All right.
Okay. So you guys are approaching the area to meet Ivan, and so you see him in his cloak with the fur. He's out there very anxiously awaiting you guys. You can see him from a distance. His senses aren't as good. You guys see him far before he sees you, but he's in the meeting place and he's very impatiently waiting, very anxious.
Is he holding a weapon?
No.
Good.
No.
Just out there with a ballista aimed at the fucking deer.
No,
yeah, DM, I'm sorry. I didn't hear who you said was waiting for us.
Ivan.
Oh, okay. Ivan is. Okay, cool. Okay.
Yeah, so as we're approaching, Ivan is just hearing the whispers sing. He's just hearing the sax.
Yeah. Yeah, just slowly starts to fade out as we get up there.
There we go.
There it is.
And the deer's like... Alright, so you guys now are close enough to Ivan where he can see the stag with you guys, and he's just super excited, very, very impressed, and just loses all, noble composure and just starts running over to you guys. You did it! Where'd you find him?
In a clearing. So many miles that way.
And he approaches the deer and kind of just drops to his knees, and he's just looking at the stag. Wow, you're magnificent! And he'll just in his excitement and doing that little sprint, he's out of breath and he's snorting, trying to catch his breath, but he's like, can I touch him?
May he please be blessed with being able to grace himself by touching your fur?
And you'll see the stag kind of
okay, yes, thank God.
Put his nose onto his hand, and Ivan will stand up and just start petting the stag, and notices Finley up on the back of the stag, and wow,
Ivan, hello down there, Ivan. I'm up here.
Finley, you gotta ride it?
Yeah, right. I know, it's crazy. This is I know. I don't really know how to get down from here, but yeah, I'm up here.
So he'll be slowly stroking and just so impressed with this and with you guys, and he'll turn to you and I had no idea the beauty of this creature. What do we do now?
Well, we made him a deal, and we said we'd bring him here to propose this as to make sure it was agreeable for both parties, that we would construct a sanctuary for him just here on the edge or outside the city, so within reason, of course, but not actually in the heart, and that he shall be given all necessary shelter, food, accommodations, grooming, everything of the such, and he will be courteous enough to stay here for a time, for at least a certain period of time, whatever you might think be reasonable. And in that time, we promise to provide him a mate.
We promise to get him laid, Ivan.
And he'll kind of he'll clear his throat and kind of look at you guys like we're not gonna, you're kind of picking up on the body language of where the hell are we gonna get that? But he doesn't want to ruin the moment,
Apparently, we're taking care of that happy task.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
yeah. Don't you worry, big fella. I'll try to slap him on his it's his fucking neck, I guess, but it's okay. Nice little pat there.
Yeah, and he'll look at you. Well done. I can't even believe he's real, and he's just overtaken with joy and excitement and admiration for you guys being able to not only kill it and bring it back, but you brought it back alive. So yeah, he's totally sold on the idea of putting it all together. He lets you guys know that whatever arrangements, we'll take care of it, and he kind of so on the map, let's put this deer sanctuary, stag sanctuary, on the map. So let's do in the right hand corner. You guys see me pinging? Yeah, let's do right there. Yeah, over here. So it's a little ways away from the hustle and bustle. But that is where you guys more. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Exactly. Yep. We can do over that area, and that standalone building can be kind of where all the food and stuff is kept for him. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And I will go over to Ivan and say, by the way, he's been given permission to kill anyone who should try to hurt him or hunt him. So just if you want to spread the word. Yeah,
he will I'm trying to zoom in here so people can see the area the sanctuary is going to be. He's going to assure the stag of any promises you guys have made. We're going to do everything in our power to, accommodate these. And we were completely blessed by your presence and would love for people to be able to come enjoy, you and all your greatness. So the stag is kind of curious of like when he should come back. Like, should he stay? Should he go? Like, how is this going to work?
Oh, just stay right over there. Ivan, you have a spot in mind, don't you? Just over on the other side of the city here?
Well, like, this sanctuary is going to need to be built. Like, in the meantime...
I could build it instantly if you'd like.
Instantly? Like,
instantly, yes.
Ivan looks at you like...
Great powers, yeah.
Like, we can't build it that quickly. It's going to take us time.
I could build it instantly.
Show us.
Wizards, man.
Yeah, show us. And Ivan will just kind of sit on the ground.
All right, very well. Then off we go. And heading over to the location that he's pointed out.
Okay.
All right, is this good? Is this here? Right here?
Yeah,
you don't mind if I borrow some of the trees, do you?
Take what you need.
All right, great. Thank you. And I will... All right, take the pain. Okay. All right, here we go. Just once more, it's a very long casting time of 10 minutes, but
okay.
I will begin to cast Fabricate. And I am going to start pulling from the trees and other local large wood things to just bring them up as the magic uproots them, lifts them, strips them, gets them to be made into basically like, initially just for the start, a kind of primitive palisade where they just kind of get shoved into the ground. And I will just do that to make initially a kind of a first ring, just to make sure he has a large one. So I'll get like a quarter of it done with the first Fabricate, and then I'll go and do it again and again and again. So he'll have the whole area should therefore be like about 400 or so diameter.
Wow. Okay. So, I don't know if you guys have ever seen this before. This is the first time Ivan's ever seen this. He's super impressed. You can see the stag getting excited about it and is, like, very, very impressed. So all the trees in the circle will be kind of stripped down and be used for, any kind of things you're wanting to put in this. What are some of the...
Oh, sure. I mean, so like if after the palisade, we'll have the extra. We'll leave some trees in there, so he has a forest to kind of go through and everything.
Okay.
Then I'll build obviously the little shack and everything for them to be able to go in. There'll be a little area for a gate to go and just kind of open up for the most part, so people can enter, as well as for him if he ever needed to leave at any time. And of course, a feeding area and a grooming area and a nice little kind of like this is going to be 5-star hotel for the stag here.
Awesome. The stag is super excited. You can see him running around in the area, kind of checking everything out. Once you're done, Ivan pulls the four of you together as the stag is, very joyfully just prancing around. I think at this point the telepathic bond has faded with the deer, but you can see him still like, very physically. You can tell he's very excited. Ivan pulls you four aside and says, "Wow, well done. You guys continue to impress me. Far, going beyond my expectations. Is there anything that we can do to thank you guys for this?"
I just quick recommendation: make sure to send someone out to gather the berries that are nearby. Ergra, you can describe them, right? Correct. Actually, I think I have one still on me because I would have tried to pluck a berry.
Okay.
If I could, because I would try to use that as my associated object.
Oh, okay.
Because it's the one thing that I figured is at least unique, rare.
Yeah, if there's anything in particular that he need, as long as he's wanting to stay, we'll definitely do our best to take care of it. I'll even put together a special team who just, that's what they do. Is they take care of him.
Good. Cultivate and everything. Brilliant. And make sure to put some guards and you'll be fine. Yes.
What's his name? What do we call him?
Finley.
Right. I think we finally settled on a couple different names, but never really picked out a definitive one. But King, I think King kind of rings some bells there, or Regal. I thought that was kind of cool, but I kind of like King, to be quite honest with you.
What's the Sylvan word for king? Just call him that.
Well, I think King's a little easier to rhyme when it comes to his when he will eventually be singing his praise.
But Finley, you're the greatest bard the land's ever seen. Surely you could rhyme in Sylvan.
I try to be a nimble and bimble, rhymey, frimey, and all kinds of different languages. I just need to know what the fuck the word is because I don't speak.
Well, all right. So, So just king, you said, correct?
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, from what I remember correctly, the translation is not perfectly accurate, but it's a longer name. It's Aran plural erin eror. So
What the fuck is that?
Aran plural erin eror. But I don't think we want to go so as grandiose as that. You can try
You
Erin.
can shorten it.
Erin is shortened, but it's Aran
Erin.
plural erin eror.
There's more syllables than there are letters in the regular.
When it comes to names, there's a long extension of it. It just basically becomes a grand sentence title almost. So it's not
Right.
just a single
So
word.
king, yep, king sounds about fitting. Yep, we're gonna go with fucking king.
King. All right.
He's fine.
So
King it is.
King of what? Is it just King? That's his name is King, or is it King of something? Or
Oh no, just king.
King?
Just-
King.
He is the king. Thank you very much.
Right. The king.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
But
He's
you
the
gotta
king.
do the lip thing whenever you say King.
He's the king.
Alrighty. All right, we're looks like it's time for our second break. So let's see. That was some good stuff. You guys were able to bring him back.
Yes.
We will take a few off. We'll
Ivan
return
deliver on
and
his promise. Can Ivan do it?
We'll see. We'll see what happens when we come back.
Okay.
All right, we'll see you guys in a few.
It comes up, I just do one of these deals where it's just like
dump it all over your body. You'll see the vendor just cracking up. Just
she's not just a client to me, Your Honor, but she's a near and dear, true friend. And
I don't have really any spells left, so I'm just gonna start going. I'm gonna use Prestidigitation to just keep blowing.
You got like little joints that they just suck into or something, and they slide in with friction. Or if there's maybe like I can make you some cream, Finley. You can dip your tongue in it. You'll be fine.
second bear.
It's fine. He's like, I don't care about shit. No disadvantage to this magic bullcrap. Missiles again.
Do you have to breathe?
you can try using one.
That's not probably.
That's not a good idea.
I'm actually gonna.
I'm gonna reach out and pull out the divinity symbol from my shirt and just sort of like, this is an unholy place.
Yep.
This is the epitome of handling an animal. You're free falling. That's what.
Your heart can heal if you just let it.
So okay, how are we gonna work this here?
A fair price for a fair bargain of such rare and majestic items. Wouldn't you?
What's your total damage?
25 total.
Woo!
That's a big hit, dude.
That is an eyeball piercer.
Shit.
And then grab onto the wings and try to glide it into the ground.
Yes.
Okay. She'll slam her staff into the ground and she'll say, Caldevar, then I order you to arrest Cain in the name of the High Temple, and we will end all of session 0. So good job, guys. Well played.
Hello there, everyone's favourite halfling bard, Finley Shenanigan here. Being the soulful adventurer that I am, and known for telling a tale or two, pull up a stool to grab a pint as I tell you a story about my favourite hero, me. In my years of travelling, I met people of all walks and cultures. Although the Horsemen coming didn't affect me directly, I saw the toll they left behind. The destruction and devastation these villainous beings left in their wake sparked something within me. How was I, Finley Shenanigan, to become the greatest, most legendary bard that Candoria had ever seen, if no one was around to behold my glory? More importantly, where is Alundra? When will she be back? And what will she be wearing? Hopefully something revealing. Anywho, setting on my journey, I shared my glamour with those who had never witnessed such pure, unadulterated excellence before. My legacy? was to replace their despair and unite the people for the war yet to come. In the end of the day, everyone could be a hero. Everyone has a little adventure inside of them. And if you don't, would you like one?
Ah, salutations. I am Rin Anoran, historian of Candoria, renowned problem solver, an elf of esteemed conscience. When I became of age, I set out as a Rena and departed from my home of Othalos to the city of Egoras to study the arcane arts. With some difficulties, I was able to teach myself while working as a scribe in the library of Alashar. There, I produced a masterpiece of Candoria's history and its secrets. My manifesto, the true record of our world. However, even my aspirations dwindled when Alundra's guidance vanished, followed by the devastation from the Horsemen's wake. Despite all the wounds we have suffered, I shall never let our existence be forgotten, for I believe our best hope lies with our knowledge and story made eternal.
My name is Kurt Glaskin, and I have lost everything that I've loved in this world. My daughters, my wife, my friends, all of them dead to the Horsemen. And now I have a chance to redeem myself, to protect my friends, to lead humanity into a new age of light and hope. Alundra abandoned us, the goddesses abandoned us, and left us with these monsters. And I want to take everything from them that they've taken from us. I live in a world of blood and hatred and violence, and so I will become that violence. I will be that hatred, and I will be exactly what we need, a sword against the darkness.
My name is Urgra Dropper, and I am a dependable ambassador. I was the only half-breed in my mother's tribe of orcs where the threat of being eaten constantly hung over my head. And yet, those were some of the happiest times of my life compared to my time with the Revenant. I was 12 when I first picked up a bow and started hunting, and I quickly found that people make the most interesting prey and often deserve an arrow in the head far more than most monsters. Magic and even the Three Sisters were always something weird and sinister to me. That is, until by chance I crossed paths with the High Priestess Alundra, who showed me that magic, like everything else, can be used for good or for evil. And that's what I'll keep on repeating to myself every time one of those stuck-up magical morons say something that makes me want to cut out their tongues.
The following program features adults using adult language. You have been warned.
I think we're back.
All right, we are back.
Are we?
Are we? Are we really?
Yeah.
All right, so we have constructed the sanctuary for the king.
So cool.
Stag.
The king!
So he's prancing around doing his thing. Ivan is heading back into town to take care of, business and organizing, the people.
Wait, he left?
Well,
What? No, Ivan, don't you dare leave!
He is leaving to go do that, so you guys could catch him. So he's going to, he wanted to prioritizing getting people to come take care of this creature in hopes of maintaining this relationship. Is there anything you guys want to do before
as we're walking and talking?
Yeah.
Before we go!
Okay.
Before we go!
Yes.
I need to talk to the king. Where's the king at? He's in this little fucking roundabout.
He's prancing around. Yeah, you can find him if you need him. Yeah.
All right. I want to try to get the king's attention.
You got it.
King. All right. So as he approaches, I don't know if he can he understand us now a bit, or do we still need to translate the Rin, or how does this work?
He's gonna be able to understand you, but you won't have any clue of his emotions without the
Right.
bond.
So it's like talking to a dog. Got it. You just fucking talk to him. All right, cool. I got it. All right. I just want to know how I'm interacting with the king here. All right, cool. So I'm gonna look up at him in my fucking 3 foot fucking tall halfling presence at this mighty beast of a creature, and I just want to say before we go, actually 2 things here real quickly, and I need you to kind of like gesture like from I need you to just come way the fuck down here, just come here. Fuck, are you getting any of this? Can you come here to me?
Yeah, he'll get down to your level, yeah.
All right, here we go. All right, perfect. And I just want you to know, this isn't going to hurt a bit, I promise, all right? Just bear with me here. And I'm going to kind of like, as this big fucking massive head, I'm going to either put my head up to his or like just kind of close my eyes and touch his head on his forehead. Okay. And I want to cast Detect Thoughts.
Yeah.
Okay.
On the king.
Okay.
I'll pull it up.
And I mean, he can make saving throws if he wants to, but so I know typically when you do the spell, it's like you go to the first level, but if you go deeper, they know that you're probing.
Yes.
But that's more like if I want to know what that asshole's thinking over there. But I want to probe deeper into this, not to hurt him, but just to see,
Yep.
I want to see where he's at. I want to see where the king's at. If he's like in a situation and everything.
Sure. Yeah. So yeah. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, he will concede to it, yeah.
All right, cool. So basically just through Detect Thoughts, I just want to kind of get, pulling the layers of the onion back, top level, if he's kind of feeling the new digs, that Rin put together for him, like in a situation.
You say feeling the nude? What?
The new digs. The new digs.
No, yeah, it was just, I just heard nude.
Or the nude.
Yeah. Okay.
We get him those later.
Yeah, he's totally loving it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I mean, just anything else you want to tell me, DM, about, if he's cool with, we're going to try to find him a mate and stuff. And I just want to see how the deer's feeling.
A little apprehensive, but he has the thoughts of like, you guys haven't completely fenced him in. He can always take off if it goes away he doesn't want to. But he is very intrigued with the thought of you guys, finding a mate for him. And, other people finding positive things with just his presence, kind of gives him a purpose. So he's very excited about the situation.
Right. And before I go, I'm going to say, Mr. the King here, I got to go catch up to the rest of the gang, but kind of my thing here in my part of the group, I don't know if you saw, we have a big guy with a sword and another one that shoots things with pointy things, and my other friend who does stuff. And my thing is kind of you'd actually heard a couple of my friends actually singing some songs and really trying to get into the mood here. But I got something else here for you before I go, and I don't know if you like it or not, but I don't even know if you can fucking understand what I'm saying. But we'll give it a shot anyway. And I'm gonna say, I made this up here for you. It's a work in progress, but just tell me what you think here. And I'm just gonna start singing to him. We're like. Doe, a deer, a female deer. King, we're gonna get you laid.
God.
Oats and grains, you'll get to eat. Land, all of this for you to graze. Majestic, you are so freaking cool. Mighty, all of this for you to rule. Mythical, you'll make the ladies drool. And that brings us back to Doe, a deer. You like it? It's kind of catchy. It kind of goes roundabout in ways, right? What do you think?
You'll see him kind of prance around, and he's loving it. Absolutely.
Right. It's kind of a catchy tune. Sing it around, roll around a bit there, but it's got your name in it, right? I thought that was kind of cool, but work in progress. Yeah, I heard it. Yeah, I thought you might like it. But anyway, I think you're going to like it here. And truth be told, you are a majestic beast of a creature, and moving forward into what could be the end of days for all of us. Sometimes people just need a little bit of hope, and they need something to get behind, and just perhaps maybe your majesty could swing the tide of battle if needed. You'd be surprised how far. I know in my experience, sometimes some positive words or something to stand behind can go a long way.
You got 100 bits, Finley.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh shit. Okay, cool. Thanks. Thank you. Whoever. That's awesome.
Awesome.
But yeah, I'm just gonna say all that to the king, just trying to inspire him a bit, if you will. Just to, you don't always have to wield a sword to inspire someone to make a killing blow. So in my experience, you can inspire people with your words or just your presence. So
okay,
I'll leave you with that. Now, prance your fucking heart out, man, and
yeah,
you're gonna
go.
go.
Head over to a tree and he'll start rubbing his massive antlers on the tree, and it's just raking all the bark off of it. But he's and then he just starts doing his stagly thing.
Right.
Is there anything else you guys want to do here before heading back into town?
Just want to point out that I had a small band of pickpockets, and that was my start to a criminal empire. And now we're pimps for a mystical fade here.
Yep.
We are not pimps. We are conservationists, or
okay.
We're trying to help a breed from
species.
Yeah.
It's a noble cause.
So heading back towards the
I'll catch up. I'll catch up to the group.
You are going to pass by the hideout. Did you want to stop there, Kurtz, or are you guys just going about?
Yeah, I'll swing in.
Okay. All right. So as you go through the dirty rug, that's the makeshift door. All you see is Aaron in there, and there's none of the other hood rats around. He hasn't noticed you yet. You see him in the back corner, kind of digging through a trunk with just a bunch of stuff.
Hey, Aaron.
And he'll turn around. Oh, hey, boss. How's it going?
Yeah, you don't have to call me that anymore. Where's everyone?
Well, I've been doing some asking around, and there's a fisherman down at the docks who needed some help, and he's not gonna pay, but it's getting us some good experience. So I have all of them down there. They're scraping some stuff off the bottom of his boat for him. So I'm hoping this will give them maybe something to work towards other than the stuff that got Timmy in trouble.
What are you working towards, Aaron?
Right now, I'm just trying to find stuff for these guys to do to keep them out of trouble.
What do you want to do?
Right now, all I want is to make sure that these guys are safe.
I might know someone who can get you work, but you might have mixed feelings about it.
What is it? In doing what?
You know the name Caldivar?
Oh, he's the asshole with the armor.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
To be fair, much could be said for me as well. If we could get you into the Temple Guard, would that be something you would like to do?
What do we do about the rest of the guys? All the rest of the kids?
You still look after them, but the more power you have, the more power you have to help them.
Do you think you could get me in front of him and I could ask him?
It's worth a shot. I don't see why I couldn't ask.
I've never actually had a legitimate job before. Do you think you could talk to him and see if he'd be open to it first before I talk to him?
I could. Of course, the next time we meet won't be on excellent terms or excellent situation, but after that he will owe me.
Why was it going to be negative?
Because the next time we meet is Timmy's execution.
And you'll see kind of all the gas that was in it, kind of just, all right. Well, if it's not a good time, don't feel like press it. But I'm definitely interested, but only if you think that it would be best for the crew.
Caldivar is an asshole, but he seems to be a loyal and honorable asshole. I think there are worse people that you could mentor under.
Well, Well, if you think that's what's best, I'll follow your lead on it.
It's not the point, Aaron. I want to know what you want. I'm offering a suggestion.
I'd be interested in talking to them and seeing what they have to offer, and then make my decision.
All right, I'll see what I can do, but no promises.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, don't worry about the guys. I'll be getting them up later tonight after see how everything went, and see if they even liked it. Who knows?
All right, I'll speak to Ivan as well and see if he needs any more help around his castle.
Okay. Yeah, just let me know, boss.
I'll just sort of nod, sort of pat him on the shoulder, and head out.
Okay.
As we are walking and talking with Ivan, we would say, Ivan, did you talk to Tavara? Did you ask for leniency?
I did speak briefly with her, and it seems like there's nothing I can do. I think whatever she's got her mindset is what's going to happen.
Did you ask about what would happen to the body?
She didn't officially tell me, but the impression I got from her was that if everything goes according to plan, apparently Kurtz is involved more into it. If everything goes through and justice is found, I think she would be willing to free the body to Kurtz.
Right.
Not right away. It's probably gonna, be a little while.
We really actually want to let this go through.
Well, Rin, being the leader of men, you have to make decisions and you have to allow things to happen that you don't agree with. But it's about the harmony of everybody as a collective, and we have rules and we cannot...
That is utter nonsense. Laws are not black and white. You have gray areas. Everything is made to be flexible. If everything was rigid, it would crumble and break. You know this. Steel does not withstand itself as a brittle
I do
substance.
not have any authority with temple matters.
Fine, we shall have to see her immediately. Kurtz, take us to her.
No.
Urgra, you've been there.
I have been there and I have met with Tavara, but I do know that none of us know her half as well as Kurtz does. And no one has as much stake in this as Kurtz does.
Does she like Kurtz?
I look at Kurtz.
I knew her as a child.
Like is a strong term.
And you bullied her, you pulled her hair. What exactly are we going with?
How old do you think? No, I knew her when she was Alendra's apprentice.
Okay, so you knew her when she was a wee lass. But what does it have to do with anything? Does she like...
Tavara's in her 20s and Kurtz is clearly in his 50s. When he met her, she was a child and he was a full-grown man. So
well, you do know that there are cases where people age rapidly due to trauma or terror. I've heard of these cases before, but besides that, does she like you?
Not particularly, no.
So by associating him with you, it's hurting us.
Oh, Timmy? No. She doesn't like me, but we have a mutual understanding. I went to her in good faith and asked for help in the upcoming battle. She obliged.
She obliged?
Yes.
Okay, so she can be reasoned with.
Yes.
Then let us try to coax her into a more reasonable stance for a sentence. This is a bit absurd.
It's not. It's the law.
Timmy
made his choice. He did the crime, and he is going to pay for it. What happens after that is up to us to decide.
You assume that there's anything afterwards that we can do?
I think so.
Well, what?
Is Ivan still here? Ah, fuck Ivan. Ivan doesn't give a shit. Well, if I'm not mistaken, certain people are very magically inclined. I myself have spent enough time around the religious types to know that death isn't always an end.
And
yeah, out of sheer curiosity, the temple guard here, fella who died. Were there any witnesses to this whole thing? I mean, Timmy did say it was an accident. I'm just kind of asking here.
It wasn't really an accident. He admitted to killing the man and confessed. I asked if there was anything he felt strange, anything strange happened. Maybe he was magically altered, but unfortunately, it seems like just a tragedy.
You know, I mean, if I don't know exactly if this would be allowed or not, but, you know, we could always, I myself might be able to help the situation a bit. Has anything happened, and I don't know, DM, if anyone knows this or not, but has anything happened to the body of the temple guard, or what did they do with him or her?
So the temple has possession of the body, and Ivan did touch very briefly on them not releasing Timmy's body right away. There might be a reason to this, but you don't know why or what.
Finley, I cannot bring back anything that is dead. So the only one who has magical means to do this, if Kurtz is making this assumption, is that you. Can you do this? Is this possible?
Well, that's kind of what I'm beating around the bush about here. Is that I have the means to, you know, I might have to do a couple stretches here beforehand, and you know, really kind of hook her up to it. But yeah, I mean, if the body's still intact, I could remedy the whole situation here right quick and see about bringing this temple guard back and being done with the whole situation.
I don't think bringing the man back to life is the problem. I'm sure Tavaria could easily bring the man back to life.
Can she?
I don't doubt it. She's extremely powerful.
Well, if she could do this, why is there...
It's the crime, not the outcome.
The crime would therefore be attacking a guard, since it did not lead to his ultimate death if he is still alive.
Overin, I don't think you heard the whole story. So Timmy was caught stealing. The guard chased after him, and Timmy struggled. He did pull his weapon, and he got in a very lucky shot, which ended up killing the guard.
And is the guard still dead to this day?
Yes, as far as we know. I
I
haven't seen a body, but...
Well, why don't we ask to see this? If you know, I mean, technically, in terms of all fair and fair, there should be a body, and there should be, you know, questions at least.
Well, then by your logic, if I go and cut off a man's arm and then it's regrown through magic, am I no longer guilty of assault?
You'd be guilty of harming him, but you're not guilty of maiming him for life, since apparently he can recover. So the degree of the crime is not as extreme. Certainly he attacked a guard, but therefore if the end result is not ultimately a death...
If I go and kill a man and then Finley brings him back to life, am I not still guilty of murder?
That would be attempted.
No, it would be completed, because the man did die.
But he did not... Well, there are moments where you could say die, but they have not passed, so they are not fully dead. There is a stage. So he's not dead. It would be attempted.
Kurtz, would you be willing for us to talk to Tavara? Would you want to come with us if we did this?
Well, firstly, you won't get an audience with Tavara.
I could.
You might be able to, under false pretenses. But for the boy, no. It's a pity matter. She doesn't care, and the sentence has been passed. The boy has confessed, and the execution is going to be carried out. I have been planning this whole time in order to make sure that the boy's death is not permanent.
But here's the question. Can you be certain that you'll be able to get his body back? What if they made a duplicate? What if they preserve the body, or they consecrate it to the point where it cannot be revived?
He's a petty street thief. I don't think they're going to give much of a care.
Considering the fact that this is Tavara, who does not like you specifically, you don't think she would try to spite you if you made a plan? You don't think she could think that far ahead?
I don't think she has a reason to.
Did you at all in any way scorn her recently, or give her means to not enjoy your company?
I never enjoy her company, and she never enjoys mine. But no, we aided each other.
I would not doubt the wrath of a woman who's been scorned by you.
Contrary to your beliefs, I am diplomatic. The boy is going to die.
If we can get a body, just a fucking body here, it could be the fucking guard, it could be the boy, whichever way you slice it. But unless I have something to work with, I can't do much of nothing here. So, which are we shooting for? Do you want me to try to save the temple guard and bring him back, and it's not a life for a life anymore, or are we going to let the laws be passed and bygones be bygones, and then slippery do in the back door there and bring little Timmy back and escort him on his way? I mean,
if we could bring the guard back to life, that would probably be the best. Not only would it provide us with, a reason to say he's not dead, but it would also give you another man to fight against the upcoming apocalypse that's approaching.
Didn't quick DM, did we talk to Caldivar about this?
No, that's just not brought up.
No.
It can't hurt to ask.
You are more than welcome to, but asking Tavaria for another favor is not something I will do.
Well, we don't have to ask for a favor, we could ask for a bargain, but let's see what we can get.
it's very interesting to me, again, bringing all this up again, that, like Kurt said, why didn't she just do it on her own? She's very powerful, but I'd be more interested in maybe perhaps hearing their reasoning for it before, throwing our ace in the hole that I have something that's able to do this. Does that make sense to you, lads and lass here? I mean, maybe perhaps asking first, and if there's a reason for not bringing the temple guard back, well, no harm, no foul. We don't really need to play our hand, as it were, or show our hand. Does that make sense?
I agree, yes.
Basically what I'm saying here is if I tell Tavaria there that I can bring people back, she's not going to give us the boys back, buddy, either.
That's the point.
Right. Either way, just let me know what I'm doing. I got hands for healing.
All right. Let us see what we can learn.
And hands for other things, but yeah.
But yes, onward to the temple. Is that where she's at?
Possibly.
Okay.
Oi, I need a body. Temple guard or Timmy?
I imagine if we're going to look for the temple, would be the first place I would look.
All right, then.
Okay.
Off we go.
So you guys come in through the northeast gate, and you have, Ivan's still with you, and you see a short tabaxi who's a bobcat approaches. He's shirtless, and he's got these gold-colored etching all over his body, and he has these green eyes, very, very long ears with lots of fur coming out of them. And
Finn is intrigued and is pulling out his book already. Oh, I can't
and Ivan will start walking towards this man, and he will say, "Sebastian, it's good to see you." And he'll kind of snarl, and he'll walk up and Ivan, and he'll give him a hug. And he's got this this pipe that he's smoking, and the smell that's coming off it is very, very potent, and it's definitely not tobacco in it. And he'll Ivan will turn to you guys. I'm sorry. Have you guys met Sebastian before?
No.
Not to my knowledge.
Well, Sebastian, this is my friends. They're doing great things for the city. They're some of the adventurers, and you guys should get to know Sebastian. And he is one of the lead traders over all the merchants for things coming in and out of Candoria, especially in relation to the other tribes. And he's kind of the what's the word, like ambassador between the shroud trade with Candoria specifically. So yeah, I have a matter to attend to. I'm going to try to get this situation for the stag figured out, but Sebastian, is great seeing you. Let me know how those trade deals come through. And he'll you can kind of hear him, like, it's kind of in between, like a growl and a purr sound. He's like, "You got it, Ivan." And Ivan will turn, and then it kind of flips from friendly to like the salesman pitch kind of a thing, and he'll turn to you guys. Do you guys have any questions about the trade system, or what can I do for you? You guys looking for anything?
I have extensive questions for you, but we're also on a bit of budget timeline. Do you mind walking and talking with us?
Absolutely, and he'll kind of he'll pick up his satchel kind of a thing and throw it around his shoulder, and as he's going along, and you guys are adventurers of sorts, and I'm sure you guys would be interested in hearing about the trade bar system that we have.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Why does it sound like an MMO?
Because this game is somewhat like an MMO. All right, so he will explain some things. So let me show this to you guys. Yeah. All right, so many merchants use what is known as Kandorian trade bars. They are ingots of rare metals. It's a more efficient way of carrying around large amounts of currency without having to carry it all in coin form. Some merchants accept these trade bars and honor these at better than cost value, and some at less than cost value. There sometimes is a small amount of profit to be gained if you can find the right people who trade them as the market or supply and demand falls and rises. So the standard worth for these trade bars, 2-pound silver bar is worth 10 gold pieces. A 5-pound silver bar is worth 25 gold pieces. A 5-pound gold bar is worth 250 gold pieces.
More effective way to weight distribute.
Right. Smaller shops and establishments don't accept these bars, so it isn't advised to only carry trade bars while adventuring. So the emblem you were talking about, like with Candoria, with the side profile of Ivan, that's what's on these trade bars. So that would be the only kind of established Kandorian image, if you will.
You might have to trade those imprints soon, Sebastian. I think Candoria will now perhaps have the head of a stag as its emblem.
A stag?
It's gonna be all the fucking rage, man. It's gonna be really cool once it like really takes on. We're gonna make like fucking t-shirts and like robes and hats and shit. It's gonna be awesome.
What is stag? What does that mean?
It's a great white deer, about a big antlers about. No, don't just start describing it. 7 foot tall.
I've never heard of this. Is this a new thing?
Well, no, it's ancient, but I suppose
We've already said too much. Rin, I give him a little wink. We've already said too much. It's behind the scenes stuff, really. It's like really kind of like need to know basis stuff. It's like you should really be paying us just to hear the words coming out of our mouths right now.
Well, I'm well aware that information is power. Is this
Right. Or coin. Could be either one. Coin is power, power coin.
Well, how much power does this information have?
Right. Coin. Yep. Right.
Well,
hey, I had a quick question here for you, Sebastian. Out of sheer curiosity, I'm gonna just. Do you know some of these? Like, if I said the name like Fierce, have you ever heard the name Fierce before? Do you know Fierce?
Yes, of course I've heard of Fierce. Yeah.
All right. How about Lightning? You ever heard of Lightning?
Yeah, every tabaxi knows lightning.
Oh, all right. All right, cool. How about Shadow? Have you heard of Shadow before?
I think I've said too much. You said
no,
information is worth money. How much money do you have?
And then I'm gonna nudge Kurtz, and I'm gonna say, see, all tabaxi know each other. It's so funny.
Is that
everyone
a racial
everyone thinks it's dwarves. Everyone thinks it's dwarves who know each other, but it's all tabaxi. They all know each other. Anyway, no, continue on, Sebastian. You're fine. All right, continue. You're good.
Well, it seems that we may be at an impasse. I am not wanting to purchase your information nor you mine. But if you guys ever, if you ever need anything, I will be around the capital for this entire festival. So let me know if you need anything.
Actually, Sebastian, if you don't mind, a more perky me will come to you a little later to ask a bit more information about you. Just be aware if he comes, I might be a bit more happy, but just, he'll be a friend of mine. He'll look like me. But he'll talk to you, because I'm very curious to know about the bobcats. I've never seen the bobcat before. Are you all traders, or is this just you?
No, I'm kind of the one who leads all the mercenary trades and stuff like that. Are any of you interested in trading out coinage for trade bars?
Well, not at the moment, I think.
Okay, well, just look for me if you ever need to make a transaction.
Oh, well, yes, thank you. We shall do so.
Okay.
Right. Power is money, man. Money is power. Words are power of money and coin. Yep.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
Okay.
Urgra, is that the temple up ahead right there?
Yes, it is. And as they walk up to the temple, I'll hold back with Sebastian. I'll just whisper in his ear, that friend who looks a lot like my elf friend, try getting him drunk. It's a lot of fun.
Duly noted. Thanks for the tip. And they'll be kind of confused, but he's got some bandage wraps around his hands, just some white cloth, and he'll kind of adjust some of the bandages and kind of rewrap one. And well, I'll be on my way.
One more thing. There was a tabaxi in town that I was interested in possibly meeting. I believe she may have been a princess. I think her name was Flo.
Yes, Flo. I know her. She
know each other.
She has many rare gems that she trades for.
If I were to try to get a hold of her, where is she staying?
I don't know where she's at the moment, but I'll see what I can find. Or you want to do business with her?
Is she a fighting type at all?
Oh, heavens no. Not that I know of. There may be some things about her I don't know, but I've only seen her at elegant moments.
I see.
But now that you mention it,
Lots of self-bathing.
Yeah. Well, she also has servants who bathe her for her.
Oh gosh, everyone's
wow.
That's why all of her servants are female.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Not as far as I can tell, though.
I may have gotten the wrong impression. Thank you very much, Sebastian.
You're welcome.
Have a good day.
You too. And he will part ways and start talking with some other merchants there at the gate. So you guys are making your way towards the temple. Is that correct?
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
Kurtz.
Yes, me.
I know I kind of whispered before, but did you hear what I said? I said all tabaxi know each other. Did you see that? He knew fucking everyone I mentioned.
I did see that. That either it says A, yes, all tabaxi know each other, or B, he's very high up in the tabaxi hierarchy.
I mean, it could be one or the other there, but I'm pretty sure. See, everyone always gives dwarf shit, like all dwarves know each other, like that's like some sort of thing. But I'm pretty sure it's just all cats, all cat people. They just all have a thing. Anyway, I just thought that was interesting there.
Okay.
All the tiger tabaxi know me, so it's nothing special.
Okay.
How do you? What do you mean by that? What?
Do I see a tiger tabaxi around?
Not in the immediate area, but do you need to find one?
No.
Okay.
I'll just next time we see a tiger tabaxi, I'll show you.
Oh, I'm super fucking intrigued. All right, well, make a note of that.
Okay.
Got it. All right. Tiger tabaxi. All right. I feel like I should know something, but I don't.
All right.
I do. But I mean, Finley does. But yeah. Right, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right, so you make your way towards the temple, and there are a larger number of guards outside, but they don't seem to pay any attention to you guys as you make your way in. And Kurtz, you have been inside this entryway for the temple before. I believe Urgra went through as well. It's kind of that that prayer area. What are you guys trying to do?
I'm just gonna hang back.
Where is she then?
Good luck finding her. You can ask for an audience.
All right, who do I ask?
Probably anyone in a uniform. They'll probably have to go through several layers of...
We don't have this time for finagling. Just find a new guy. You! Over there! Yes, you.
Yes.
Yeah.
What can I do
Looking for
you?
Tamaria. Tamaria, where is she? We need to find her.
I distance myself from the party.
Okay. And, well, the head priestess doesn't just drop whatever she's doing. Who are you?
I don't need her to drop what she's doing. I need to find her so I can go to her. Can you please direct me to her?
I believe she was at City Hall, and he'll look to another guard and be like, yeah, she's in City Hall.
Why is she at the City Hall?
I believe that they were going to be transporting the prisoner.
She needs to be there to transport a boy. Oh, your workings. I never understand the temple. All right, fine. Thank you. Thank you. I swear, though, if she's not there, wrath will be put set upon you two.
Oh, look at each other like, is that a threat?
Don't threaten the guards, Rin.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you very much for your help, you two. May you both have a blessed day.
You better check your friend. He's got to be careful what he says.
I do my best, but thank you for the warning.
And they will go back to talking amongst themselves.
This is the only reason why elves do not want to come out into this world. You know this, right, Urgra?
I really don't, actually.
Bending over a knee to a religious sect. It's ridiculous.
Mm.
We should have some logic in this world. Some stupidity is just ruling this world.
Okay.
Some manners, maybe?
Rin's getting feisty.
Shots fired.
But yes, because I'm being forced to walk one way, walking again to another way. Just
worst day ever.
Yeah.
So as you turn to head towards the city hall, you see Caldevar walking with 4 or 5 other temple guards. You notice this, Kurtz.
Yeah, I'll jog over to him.
Okay, Kurtz, good to see you.
Caldevar.
This day is definitely not a good one, but our duty must be done. How are you holding up?
It will be better once the execution has ended. I had a favor to ask you, though.
Are you still planning on carrying out the sentence, or is this become too personal a matter for you?
Well, the fact that it is personal is the reason that I will carry out the sentence. But a different favor, perhaps.
You have my ear.
A young boy, much like the one that is in holding right now. There are quite a few of them that I look after, and seeing how that path has led them to certain ends, I'm currently trying to get them into more acceptable means of work. The oldest, Aaron, was interested in the temple guard.
Was he? Is he physically fit and sharp of mind? And I mean, we have very high standards for recruits.
Is he physically fit and sharp of mind?
Yes, but more of a street smart, not necessarily textbook. You know, like it's practical application, not.
Well, he's never been schooled, but he is intelligent.
And you can vouch for this individual?
I can.
Well, if you say he's worth looking into, you can bring him or tell him to come to the temple and ask for me personally, and I'll see if he's got the stuff we're looking for.
I'll give him a little nod. I appreciate it.
Is there anything else?
Yeah. The rest of the party isn't with me, right?
I mean, we're walking with you, so I mean...
Yeah.
Oh, I figured I just jogged off by myself.
Okay, well, do you want to not have them be with you?
I mean, if they followed me, they followed me.
Okay.
But we're at the city hall. I'm looking for Tavaria. Where's the wench?
Yeah, they went for Tavaria. I'll be like, there's a certain elf looking for Tavaria right now. It's not going to end well for him. I would appreciate it if things did not escalate, if he does find Tavaria.
Well, I don't think he's going to be able to get to her. She's with a large contingency of guards, and they are escorting the prisoner from the cell to the holding area before the execution takes place.
I'll just go, oh shit, and like run after them.
Okay. And as you're running away, he says, well, you need to know the execution's at... And then you're out of...
I'll stop. I'll stop if he says that.
Okay.
Wait, what?
And he'll walk back over to you, so he doesn't want to really shout that information. So he says, the execution will be held at midnight tonight. So you will need to be there.
Strange time for an execution, but thank you.
And do you have a preference for the weapon? We have our traditional temple weaponry for this, or wizard.
A rapier.
Okay. Let me write that down.
God damn.
Okay, we will have that prepared for you, and he'll also kind of briefly explain. Traditionally, people who drop the sword wear a temple garment over their face that conceals their identity. It's not like an advertised event, but it is public. People can show up. And is this something that you would be interested in utilizing?
No.
Okay. I'll have them bring it just in case you change your mind, but you do not have to wear it.
Quick question. Not just Ella. Does it have to be beheading? Or does he just have to die?
Traditionally, it's beheading.
Fuck.
You
Yeah,
might...
because I don't think a rapier is very good at beheading.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what I was going to get at, too. Stab 13 holes, and then...
Yeah, no, I was thinking about just, like, doing quick through the heart.
I can see it. What's your preferred method?
Well, I would prefer it to be quick and clean.
That's usually why beheadings are used.
No.
Swift strike.
I don't think your swordsmen are quite as skilled as I am.
Use your spyhander.
I'm trying to get a body that we don't have to glue back together to bring it back to life.
What were you thinking, Kurt Glaskin?
I was thinking just a swift piercing of the heart.
I'll see what I can do, but I don't think that will be acceptable, but I'll let you know.
If it is not, then I will bring my own weapon.
Okay. Do you have any other questions?
No, thank you.
Okay.
Oh. Alright, where is she? Where is that woman?
And I'll go try and stop Ren from getting imprisoned.
Okay. So there are a very large number of temple guards that are gathered all around the city council. You haven't gone in yet, but you see Kurt's running towards you guys as you're heading that direction.
Ren, I feel like you're very emotional, and I don't think giving this woman, who is the leader of one of the largest armies in the world, a piece of your mind is maybe the best course of action.
Those who are guilty fear those who are right, and I tell you, if she fears me, that means I must be right. So, where is she?
She's going to kill you.
She cannot kill me. That would be illegal against her own laws.
If you threaten her like you threatened those guards, she would have cause.
I did not threaten anything about death or whatnot. I just said, oh, my wrath be upon you. I could send a stern letter for all you know.
I'm going to contact my congressman and write a nasty letter.
Felt the wrath of my pen and quill and parchment.
You don't know me, so... But yes, where is she? Where is that?
I'll run up to Ren and just sort of pound. Sorry, you need to stop.
Stop what?
Stop what you're doing.
Stop walking?
The execution is at midnight, and I will not have you and your uncontrollable emotions ruining a chance we may have to recover this boy's body.
You are assuming that you are able to even do this, because don't you recall they said that they're going to keep the body for a period of time?
And if they do, they do. Hopefully, we will get it back. But I guarantee that antagonizing Tavaria is not going to help our situation.
One moment. Finley.
Right, yeah, here I am.
Finley, you told me before that you were able, and you were probing my thoughts one time. Yes?
Right.
Can you probe Tavaria's thoughts to see if she is truthful in her answers if we ask her things?
Do you have any idea who you are talking about, Rin? This isn't some street mage or some arcane enthusiast. This is the leader of the Temple of Candoria.
Yes, and what? What of it?
If you think you're powerful, you're nothing before her.
I don't assume that I'm contesting power to this woman. I would like to know if there is actual good and justice in this world.
It doesn't matter if there's good and justice in her. This is the law. She is in command of it. We cannot start a revolution in the middle of the city days before the Horseman appears.
The city will not stand if it doesn't have people like us trying to fight for what is right.
We can worry about that after the immediate threat is dealt with.
I would at least like to ask her a few questions if you don't mind. And I kind of shoulder away.
Okay. All right, so as you're pushing your way forward, there's, everywhere you can see there are guards, and several of them are blocking that entrance behind that curved desk inside the front entrance to the city hall, and they are not allowing anybody to pass.
Oh, that's fine. But I will mentally command and go, Finley, just quietly, silently. Finley, could you please make sure that you could cast some detect thoughts on her, so when we ask her some questions, she'll at least be somewhat honest, or at least you can tell if she's not honest?
I mean, I gotta be quite honest with you. I can. This worries me a bit, Rin. Not that I'm not loving where this might be going. It sounds really kind of like dramatic and fun, and I kind of want to see where this all plays out. But if I read her thoughts for too long, not only will it quite possibly not work anymore, but she'll know that I'm doing it, and I don't really know how much I want. I don't really like it when women in general know that I'm reading their minds, let alone,
Well, if you can just do a very passing kind of understanding, a very pale glimpse. Don't probe too deep. Just enough for you to get a good...
Well, that's something you never heard Finley Shenanigans.
Don't probe too deep.
But if you don't mind, because I will just stand out here and wait for her to show herself, because she has to leave the city hall eventually with the prisoner, and when she does, I shall ask her questions.
Unless the guards arrest you.
For asking a question.
Harassing.
We are in a time of war, Rin.
There is no harassment. This is purely asking a question. And besides, we have proven ourselves to be good and just in our own right, so I don't see there's any kind of assumption that we're assuming ill towards her.
I'll just turn to Urgra. I recommend we step back so as not to be associated with this.
Just choose your words very carefully, Rin. You have a very good brain. Make sure you use it, lest it be spattered upon the pavement.
Thank you, Urgra, for the vote of confidence. All right, where is she? Just standing and waiting for her to appear.
Okay, and
I freaking love it.
You will hear, "Excuse me, excuse me," and you'll turn and you'll see this short old woman with this super high stack of hair. It's kind of all woven up, and she
Miss
will.
Honey?
What's that?
Is her name Miss Honey?
Perhaps. And she'll say, "I need your help," and we will end the session right there.
Yeah.
Miss Honey can fuck off. We got more important shit.
Yeah. Should have told your kids not to give this shit away and actually sell it.
All right. Do we got anybody in the chat who wants to do any Q&A stuff? At the end of our sessions, we always try to give some time. If anybody wants to say anything and want to be heard back, you can ask us questions about their characters, the players, the campaign as a whole, any NPCs, any story plot, anything you want.
Yes,
We might not answer it, but you can ask what you want. Dylan, you want to plug our sponsors real quick?
Yeah, so our sponsors, as of still yet, we have Adventure Sense. They create scent packets and scent jugs and all kinds of cool things to elevate your tabletop RPG to the next level. They have dozens of scents. You can click on the link below and head to their page. They're also having I think it's a buy 4 or buy 3 get 1 sale right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's buy 4. I think it's buy 4.
Yeah, they got some great stuff. Go check them out. If you guys haven't followed us, go ahead and do that now. That would be really helpful for us. And there's some benefits if you subscribe. If you scroll down, you can see the stuff you get. You get custom emotes. You get a unique icon in the chat. And some other cool benefits. We have a merch store. You guys can go check out some products that have faces of your favorite characters. We have a Patreon set up if anyone wants to donate. You can go through that way. We are working on our own module, our own system, our own books that we're going to be publishing, and it's going to be our own everything from scratch. So it's a lot of fun. We got a development team who's working on that. It's going to be a super great campaign, but we're also going to be getting it published and releasing it to the public so you guys can acquire it. And so anybody who's Patreons throughout that is going to be getting free copies of that. So if you guys are interested in that, you can check out our website, which is currently being updated, but it's going to have all the information on there. I don't see any questions. We'll allow if anybody's got any.
I want to get a shirt with a white stag on it. I need a white stag shirt.
We can make merch of anything you guys want now.
What would be cool on a white stag shirt? Just say like the king on it.
I mean, I just kind of picture that classy kind of thing where it's like it's a white shirt, it has black ink stains, and it's got like that filigree and crazy design on it, and the white stag head is there with some crazy looking.
And he's gonna have like a lifted lip, the king.
and he has a collar around his neck, but it's a crown, and it just says king at the bottom.
Perfect. Yeah, let's get some fan art. Send in your fan art.
Awesome. I want it. I want that shirt. Make that happen.
Yeah, you guys can email any fan art to hotarpg@gmail.com, and we feature, when we get stuff in. So the fan art of the week, which I don't think we showed this one yet. So this is Flo. So you guys remember Flo that you talked to with the litter? So Nicole drew this up.
Met her though is the thing.
Or I think this was not Flo. It was her servants. Yeah.
Yeah. The one in the shop that Kurtz was just like, hey, there, get the litters be kind of magically abducted.
So she.
I can't see it, but I'm sure it's fucking awesome.
She looks like a bitch.
Nicole drew it.
Yes. Yep.
Nicole's awesome.
Yeah, she does some amazing stuff.
So I'm sure it looks fucking awesome.
So
can't wait to see it.
If you guys have anything you want to submit, send it up to us, and if it's any good, we'll post it up for the week. So Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. Pacific time, we have our campaign that we stream. So check us out next week. We'll pick up with episode 7. If you guys missed anything, on our YouTube channel, which the link is below.
Dilly.
Oh, we got a follower. Thank you.
Hey!
Yay!
Awesome. Welcome to the HotA fam. If you missed any episodes, check out our YouTube channel. You can go back and see the first 5 episodes, and then there's a bunch of Session 0 stuff in there as well. You guys have any parting words, thoughts, plugs, anything you want to do?
Are you still going for your 24 challenge?
Oh, yes. So we're going to be doing a 24-hour stream challenge where it's going to be... the stream is just going to be up, and I'm going to be on for 24 hours straight. There's going to be some D&D in there. There's going to be some world building. There's going to be lots of different video games. It's not all going to be D&D. It's just going to be a lot of just random stuff. And we encourage everybody to come stop by, check us out. I don't know when we're going to be doing it, but next week I'll try to have the announcement of what day it's going to be. We'd love to have some participation, and I'm going to be focusing on the chat the whole time. So if there's anything anybody wants to talk about, swing by and check it out. It'll be a lot of fun.
Thanks everyone for watching as always.
Tune in next time to see the execution of a child and Rin get his fate speeded by about 20 temple guards.
Tune in next time on Horsemen of the Apocalypse.
Killing a kid within the first 10 episodes. We're fucking.
We're doing way better than Critical Role.
Yeah, we're doing great. Oh, fuck.
All right, we'll see you guys next week. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good night.